Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome. My mouse doesn't click now because I'm using my pad.
Fuck you.
I didn't give you my
Get
mouse.
wrecked.
You should have reminded me.
That's okay. It paid off here, and I got everything set up without it. Yeah, my
What
mouse
did you
broke,
do?
which Joy is great. Tormented by Gnomes is here. Hello, welcome. We're looking forward to seeing you on Adventure Talks. We've been talking about it at the end of every episode. I realize we've never actually gone and confirmed it's happening, but I'm just assuming it is, so I'm very excited.
No. Why are dice so...
He did a lurk.
Finagle?
Little lurk emoji. I like it. To not call attention to it, Runa's doing some makeup, last minute makeup.
Really? Really?
It had to be mentioned.
You had to mention it? Like they could have thought I was doing anything else.
It's like a vocal.
Put in chat if Runa is fine.
Holy fuck.
Don't do that.
Okay,
Doesn't
Alex
need more
also
makeup.
subscribed for 7 months now. Hello. And we had some new people follow us while we were out. We had Mike Huey 95. Thank you. Welcome. I hope you're showing up sometime soon. And Sparkle Jr. Welcome. Hello. Let's get into the recap, folks. Let's jump right into it. Oh, Mike Huey is here. Hello. Welcome.
Hi.
Nice
You
to
had
see
to
you.
mention it when he's here? Oh, wow.
Where's my cue?
My friend.
Oh.
I mean, at this point, they would have figured it out.
No, they wouldn't have. You
Yeah.
don't know what people look at.
All right.
Look at me, I'm moving. Don't focus on anything else happening in this
I
scene.
definitely won't regret this later. Runa's preparing the people's elbow for me.
I love cuddles.
Just
yeah.
gotta powder this up.
I know where to stretch next.
Do I get points? Can I use a stretch? If I'm gonna go out, I might as well pay for it.
Don't worry, I have about 8,000 channel points. That's what I'm at right now.
Alright, so last session, we began with Lorelei and Berrian at the crux of their conversation over Lorelei, who oversaw... I missed most of that, but I think that's for the better. Lorelei oversaw Berrian seemingly flirting with Lazuli through scrying. They had a tense conversation with a number of the parties storming off during. We followed Kena and Drae, who picked up some candy and stopped to make sure everyone was okay. And with their help, Lorelei was convinced to join the party for their wizard hunt the next day. This led the party to Killiker, with its watching wizard tower next to the river. You guys negotiated, which quickly fell through with the Wizard of Killiker, and stormed her tower, using Disintegrate to pull down the walls, and then discovered a false teleportation circle, an illusion that you followed, leading you into a prison in her watery sanctum within some deep reef of the ocean. You guys swam through and teleported through a mass of electrified wires, and then were found unworthy by a sword trapped in stone, each of you taking a hefty shock for your troubles, and deciding to come back and break it free later if it wasn't going to accept you the proper way. And then you found yourselves lured through a chamber of jellyfish by the song of an ancient siren trapped long ago by a god of the sea in a haunting cavern. You guys made your way past this, took a sharp trip through a tunnel that had quite a current.
Kena's choice.
Yes, Kena's choice at the end.
Yeah.
And this dumped you into a chamber of eels, held sway by some spinning stone. It seemed to keep them under control. Much of them were turned to ice, and then the rest of them hacked away at the party until the ice that was holding them managed to stop the stone spinning, and its power over them vanished.
Runa's such a genius.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Worked really well. You guys found yourselves in an old chamber deep within the wreath, and waiting for you there was Dilesus, challenging them to take her if you can, as tendrils of water rise up from the ground. I realize I should be starting with battle music, not background music. No, we need battle music for
Under
this.
the sea.
Under the sea.
Under the sea.
As I'm going to switch us to the... I'm in the wrong thing. I'm going to switch us to the map view. So,
We can do that.
You're a map.
My
I'm
community
the
said, I'm
man.
here. Hello. Yo, I only see Alex here. Alex said most people do. Runa said, hi. Alright. So, I'm going to zoom in a little bit, but a chamber spreads before
Why
you.
are we at the wyvern's nest?
Was this the wyvern's nest? It's an underwater chamber now.
Oh man, I'm.
Oh my god, it is the wyvern's nest.
Yeah. We
The
snuck-
wyvern nest in the mountains?
Yeah, we snuck past them through here.
If anyone else
Oh,
would
was
like
that the
to
one to sneak?
sponsor us,
Not the ones you fought with the gold dragon.
Yeah, those ones.
No, that was a different map. I know what map that was.
if
But
anyone,
it looks just like.
It looks
Anyways.
nothing like it. That one was bluffs with a river running down into a thing full
Wow,
of water.
weird. This looks like
Anyways,
bluffs with a
if
river
anyone
running
would like
down.
to subscribe to us on Twitch and help us
And-
get more powerful assets and more
Mostly
varied assets,
a lake, a river
we'd be-
running down into it from cliffs. I remember exactly the map because I put one of the wyverns on one of the little spires that was hanging in the lake.
You loyal subscribers could help us have more original maps.
I have used this map, but I'm pretty sure not for this campaign. I'm not certain, but I'm pretty sure.
Hey,
I don't know. It looks like
it's not like we have video evidence. It's fine.
Nobody could ever prove me wrong about this.
And more importantly, me wrong.
I can't wait till we have a fact checker community and I can just be like, do it. And they come back and they'll just be in the comments.
I found it for you.
They're gonna be
Mr.
shocked
Daniel.
just how little I care. But, okay, let's get into combat here, unless anybody's doing anything fancy, as energy crackles in her hands, and she is preparing to fight you all.
Please
Did
don't.
we roll initiative?
Nope. Please roll me initiative,
Do we
folks.
get a bonus or anything to it?
You get your dexterity.
Blind.
No, because you took my armor.
I only
I
have...
didn't take your
You did.
No.
Berrian did.
You forced
Uh,
me.
You gave it up.
21.
8.
21. Okay. I was going to rotate these, but it's... Oh! Okay, well, so here's our...
You could
there
have
we are.
gotten advantage.
Pull down a little further to get the rest of
This
our
whole
party
tentacle
in
is
view.
on
Your
Berrian's
dagger's
face.
cursed, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
It's
just a little bit.
possessed.
Here.
Is he
A
like
curse.
grappling him or?
No,
I honestly
no,
don't
I
know.
just needed to spawn
didn't
in
like
the
the
other
water, though.
tentacles. Alright. As tentacles rise from the ground, there are now 4 of them spread across this chamber. As I mentioned last time, red and blue algae cling to the rocks
Okay,
around
so
here.
they're actual tentacles. I thought they were water.
They are made of water, yeah. They're tentacles of swirling water.
Okay.
Inside water. I know, meta, right?
Okay.
It's like tornadoes
Yeah.
in air.
Yeah, exactly. And then across the bottom of this, coming out from the mouth of the skull patterned across the back wall here, is what looks like a river of mercury flowing along.
How dark is?
It's
area?
reasonably well lit, as most of the chambers have been. A lot of the algae is glowing, and different. There's a lot of bioluminescence that seems to light up much of this reef.
Okay.
All right, Lorelei, initiative, please.
Natural 20 for 22.
22. Okay. Yaikzal.
I said 21.
21. And Berrian.
I'm gonna live on the seat of my pants. What'd you roll for me?
11.
Okay, I'll take the 11.
Drae.
Worse than what I got.
21.
21. That's better than the 3 I got for you.
Haha, we died.
Okay, let's roll.
We have the same decks. So we
Okay,
have to roll
so
off.
the system rolled a 2 for Dilesus.
You're going down. Damn it.
Yeah! Okay, so I go first before Drae, because we have the same decks. So,
Good, because that's how the system did it, and that's how it's happening. So the system rolled a 2 for Dilesus, but she's important, so I rolled and got her a 1.
Good job.
Way to go.
Yeah.
I thought you were
DM
gonna say, so she's important, so I
DM
gave her a plus 20.
DM tried to intervene and the game said, no.
Yeah.
You take what I give you.
And then I rolled a 3. So the system rolled a 1 for the tendrils, and I rolled a 3. So the
This is
last
looking
is
good.
what's been decided.
Alright, Isaac's rolled his 2 bad rolls before all of the natural 20s.
Prepare to be crushed. As Lorelei, you're up.
Okay. So, it's not super dark in this room.
No, it is
Are
not
there
super
like
dark.
pockets of shadow?
There are spots that are more shadowed than others. I would call them dimly lit at best.
I believe that's all you need.
Yeah, I only.
They're along the edges.
All right.
You never make anything dark anymore.
I do make stuff dark. There's patches of dim.
Everything used to be dark before.
Yeah,
these
well,
gloves.
actually, I've tried to stop making everything dark because then all of your players always take dark vision like it's a requirement, and I'm trying to make that less of a requirement in my games. But there
I
will
see.
be dark
I
spots.
see. To
don't
the
worry.
party full of dark vision people who have dark synergy.
So you're opening up Berrian Human again?
Like, should we change? If you're just gonna. make it
Dark
so we
vision
don't
is
need it-
still useful.
No. I just wanted to, like, this Lorelei checking to see how easy it is for Yaikzal to move around. But
Yeah,
I just
Yaikzal
wanna-
can teleport around spots on edges of the room, but she will always have some distance to cover to get to the middle.
Okay.
Unless people are on the edge of the room, in which case she won't.
So Lorelei swims over. All right, I can talk, and I'm gonna cast Holy Weapon on your sword.
Okay.
So I finally get to move before you. In all the fights we've been like, you should Holy Weapon me.
Yeah, Yaikzal's really easy to keep up with her shadow
Yeah.
teleporting and
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna do
ridiculous-
it now.
As Lorelei comes forward, her hand sweeps across your blade, and you can feel the holy energy imbued
Let me
into it as it
see.
begins to
Why
glow.
did my... Sorry, Windows 10 is just the best system. 2d8, yep. Per hit.
2d8.
Anything else from Lorelei?
Narp.
Okay, that brings us to Yaikzal.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Go get him, champ.
I'm spreading our link so people can watch.
Oh, nice!
Um.
Hello, everybody who comes from this spreading of links, sowing seeds among the masses.
So, can I get to one of the dark spots? Is it super? I don't know what you consider dark spots. So.
Anything
I
shadow
would think,
on the map.
yeah, anything shadow on the map except for this around the skull, like from where this tendril is on the left, the kind of that distance is where the shadows would be pooled, but the middle is lit as it's important.
Okay. So I'm gonna run 25 feet. Or
Okay.
like 20 feet here.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to shadow step with my bonus action 60 feet.
Okay. You're gonna have to go straight up, like I said, from the middle it's lesser, so you can go to that one. Yeah.
60 feet.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna run 30 feet.
Now, do you
Towards
have
her.
a swim speed?
No?
Underwater.
Are at half movement underwater.
You know, I'm gonna go back then because you
No.
didn't say this.
You can shoot your arm thingies
Yes.
from there.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
All right.
Okay. Then go back. My apologies. I forgot until I saw you doing all your stuff, and I'm like, I feel like there's something about this that's not quite right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But your teleport isn't halved.
No, you can
Correct.
teleport as far as
So
you want.
I have to look at how much my 25 feet.
A pitiful 25.
It is pretty pitiful. That's a dwarf.
Yeah.
I'm
Like
a monk.
regular starting character with a little less speed.
Are we able to attack these tentacle guys?
Nobody has yet tried.
Cut him up, Yaikzal!
Can I do an insight check to see if
Make me a nature check.
Inside check the DM.
Insight check.
I mean I don't want to attack it and then nothing happens because it's literally just water.
Well, someone has
So-
to.
17.
A 17. It does seem to be made up of water. You've dealt with like a bit of magic before, and this looks disruptible. It looks like something that you could have an effect physically. It doesn't look. It looks like if you fuck with it enough, it's gonna collapse. It's kind of.
So you take a spoon and you start spinning it the other way, and the whole thing just unravels.
Okay.
You've opened a portal to the plane of water. We're all going to die.
I'm gonna run to this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
As
and I'm gonna
Yaikzal goes
attack it.
pushing off the ground, almost like a dive over towards this one as you swing towards it.
Oh, let's go this one. Okay. Oh, also, all my punches are cold damage. So whenever I
Ooh.
punch,
Okay,
So
okay.
cool. Could I have holy weaponed her weird arm?
I'd have to read Holy Weapon.
don't think this works. That is a 18.
18 hits.
Okay.
I do need your damage split
Imbue
up because
a weapon
it
you
does have
touch.
some
So,
resistances.
Does her arm count as a weapon?
In monks, it
It's
does.
an item.
Yeah.
It could be fun. I'd let you roll for it.
Come on, weird magic arm.
Not once, like every time you try to do it. You're bending the spell essentially.
Sure, what am I rolling?
Are you trying to do it
Yeah.
now? You'd rather do that? Okay, roll me religion but with wisdom. So if you're proficient,
Am
Get
I
mad.
proficient yet? I've been training.
I don't know. You have the 2 years is not up. Was it the end of the 2 years that would be finished?
We did 2.5 years.
Yeah, I think it was at like the start of the second year.
Then you would not be done yet.
Okay, she's still learning.
So it's still +5.
Yeah, so it's a 17.
A 17? Yeah, I would say you can see this arm here, and you're like, it's like a weapon, and you're like pushing the spell kind of beyond its limits, but you manage to hang on to the power and
Beat 'em up
imbue it into the
with your
arm.
arm.
Okay.
So
Slap,
holy
slap,
weapon
slap,
now
slap, slap,
glows
slap.
from your icy arm.
Would 17?
Yes, 17 hits as well.
Because like the sword is +12. Fists are +11.
Right,
So I need
right.
to make sure. So all of this will be cold and radiant.
Okay, then that is full damage.
Yay! Freeze it.
And I have this. Okay.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
21 damage.
21 damage.
You can just keep hitting.
Yeah.
Okay, as you just crack against it, and your arm is especially effective against it, so that will be an extra 5 damage from the cold damage as you freeze chunks of swirling water
You hard counter these tentacles!
and punch
Oh my
off
God.
a piece of it that goes just spinning through the water as you watch it before managing to take its form once again. 18 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
So it says like vulnerability?
It does, yeah.
It says you're doing
Ah.
vulnerability with 5 damages? Or
This one is 5 damage, yeah. Vulnerability is variable, so the more vulnerable something is, the more damage it
Okay,
adds
so
on
you
top.
change that one.
Dirty 20?
Yes. Dirty 20 will definitely hit.
No, I said 18 to hit. Dirty 20 damage. Not dirty. Just dirty
Yeah,
20
you
damage.
can't dirty 20 damage.
damage.
Okay, that's
I do a clean
25
20
damage.
21 to hit.
That will certainly hit.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, it's an oof.
Wait, that's a 7, not a 1. That's not terrible, terrible.
14 damage.
Okay, as you go, you're used to like punching back and forth, but this one, when you hit it once with that icy fist attached to your arm and watch a piece of it just go spinning off in shock, you're like, okay. As you hit it twice, and you watch the base of it just go out as you take a huge chunk just sailing through the water and it collapses
Yeah, it's a fun fact about the arm is everything I hit with it is cold damage.
as it is
It's so
destroyed.
Oh,
Pull it off there. Okay. Anything else from Yaikzal?
Well, am I in shadow? Would you call that
yes,
shadow?
you're in shadow.
You did use your
I
bonus
did.
action to hit,
Yeah,
didn't
okay.
you?
That's my turn.
Okay, Evan Drae, it is your turn as you can see your
Three times.
companion running up and striking against this thing and chunks of water going flying. through
Holy
the rest
shit,
of the
go
water.
Yaikzal! I'm gonna cast Bless.
Okay.
Yaikzal, myself, and Berrian.
Mike Huey says underwater combat is so tough. Yeah, I think they can handle it at their level.
I have a hard
And then,
counter.
I have a swimming speed.
Yes. Okay, which means you ignore underwater
The
penalties.
Drae swims like a champ. I'm going to swim up to this tentacle.
Okay.
Is it like long? Can I go through it?
Yeah, you can go beside it. Yeah.
Okay.
My-
Yeah, I'm gonna go like around to the back end of it.
Glad
Okay.
you're not doing everything. Everything had disadvantage. My Kiwi said, I'm glad you're not doing everything.
That depends on what weapon you use. So if you're using your fists underwater, you don't. Same with finesse weapons, but
Like
there's
hammer.
yeah. So finesse weapons, and then there's a specific list of weapons like trident and whatnot that doesn't have disadvantage, and then everything else does have disadvantage. And I am doing that if somebody tries to use it, but they're not.
I think only Kana is.
As you try to move around it, once you come within 5 feet of it, it's going to attempt to grapple you before you get around it.
Okay, so contested athletics.
Yes. You can athletics or acrobatics.
Yep. All right. 23.
8. As you see this coming for you, you kick off the
See.
ground with one leg and spin through the water as you knife
Well, it just
past
doesn't know how to
around.
handle Drae going like.
You're the only one with a swim speed, and you look
It
like
makes
a
no sense,
dork.
but it's pretty effective underwater.
Why do his frog kicks go so far?
It's the belt.
Okay, Drae, so you do manage to make your way around it if you wish to do so.
Okay, and then
Which means you can move your token back around it.
oh, okay.
What are you doing with the rest of your turn?
I'm going to throw my Shadow Blade at the lady.
Okay.
Is this affected by weird water rules, or because it's magical, does it just... Because it's made of nothing.
Yeah, so it's going to be at disadvantage because it's a ranged attack, and then you only have up to your short range.
I might not even be able to hit her then. I have 20 feet.
I think you're good. 5, 10. Oh,
I'm
just.
so smart.
So yeah, you are disadvantaged here. If you want to turn and
With
hurl
bless.
the shadow through the water.
With Bless. Because I'm great.
I would put bless on you all, but that's an annoying thing that's much easier with a mouse.
Do you want a mouse?
I will be getting one. I meant to buy one today when I went.
We
I
have
can-
a mouse you can use.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't complain.
That is a
Hey, bro. Can Isaac borrow a mouse?
25 to hit.
A 25 will hit.
Could I have some D8s? Actually, I
Oh
need,
no, I heard about the. I need the scroll wheel and stuff. It's fine. I will survive one
Yeah,
session.
I need 2 more D8s. If
Yeah.
anyone can...
Yeah.
I won't be able to measure anywhere I go, so you have to do that for me, though.
Okay. Deal.
That's payment.
Deal.
I'm missing a D8. Oh no.
Alex, you're not allowed to be missing.
I
I
need
am.
3 D8s.
We're gonna keep it for now. I'm gonna do it after the break because it's gonna fuck with my cameras.
Can you give me Jake?
Well, that was basically a free stretch. What the heck? Thank you though. But yeah, the moment I
Oh.
touch that, my camera
Alright,
goes
I'll
all
just-
screwy, and
I'll
then I have
roll
to
them.
redo all my
I need
settings.
5 D8s.
Do you want some? I can give you some.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'll-
Why?
I'll take 2
Why?
D8s from you.
Why? Why?
Yeah, I'm missing my
What is it?
purple D8.
You mean?
Yeah. Okay.
You
Fair
roll
play for
just
the
remove your
makeup.
cards.
Yeah.
You did say you'd regret it.
I did. I was on the middle of my third Y
Okay.
when I was like, wait, I kind of earned this one.
21. 22.
Fuck.
3. That's 28 psychic damage.
28 psychic damage as you hurl this towards her. You watch the blade sink into her
Wait.
gut.
I cast Bless. So I can't.
Oh, you cast bless.
I cast Bless.
Then no.
Yeah, so
Maybe
I
not.
go to throw him like, oh right, I don't have enough.
You turn to throw your sword, and you've turned too quickly as she's moved since you were last looking at her. And you just watch it sail
Okay,
into empty
you know what I'm
space.
gonna do then?
Yeah. I don't, but
I'm
yeah.
going to bonus action dash, just ignoring this tentacle, and I'm gonna just run straight up to her. And by run, I mean swim.
Okay. It does get an attack of opportunity when you cast it,
Okay.
because it was not a reaction to try to grapple someone moving around it.
Who did we take damage from?
8.
Eels.
Misses.
Eels, the tunnel.
Oh yeah, it's the tunnel that did all the damage. Okay.
Yeah, and you guys have experimented with quite a bit of electricity today. Okay, so you run up towards her,
No.
getting
I
within
have a
range
chance.
there. That brings us to Kana,
Okay.
who's going to swim directly for this one and take a swing at it. Wow, she actually missed. That is impressive.
Remember?
Doesn't she
Did we,
have a
did,
sword?
did we take a short rest?
I'm pretty sure
No,
we took a
you
short.
guys have not taken a short rest.
I don't remember taking one.
Okay, no.
No.
Okay, she will hit with her second attack.
No, all
Does
my
she not have
spell slots are
disadvantage?
accounted for. with heart
No, her
healing,
sword is not
so-
a long sword. Actually, I think long swords are still fine. Short swords for sure are. But yeah, her, no, wait. It is a long sword. I have to look up underwater weapons now. Thank you, Runa.
Aha!
It's like me and Alex were talking about. We're like, yeah, Kana's the only one that'll have disadvantage.
I think you're right.
That's why she didn't get Bless.
No, yeah, it is a long sword, and it's short swords that are, unaffected by it, so that first one is a miss. Okay.
Yawn.
Oh, she definitely hits. A 17 and an 18, naturally.
Oh, wow.
Kana's
Yeah.
just unfazable. She's like, All right.
I really like this sword.
Wow, this is a kind of harder, but
Yeah.
I'm going to hit it anyway.
Yeah. Well, she did miss her first one, but it was advantage or not, it was gonna suck. Okay, so the slashing is halved. So 11 becomes 5. The psychic is not. So the 6 remains for 11 damage total to it. As she, swimming up much slower than the rest of you have been moving and cutting into it twice with her blade, and you watch it sort of like disrupted a little, although it seems less affected by her blows by a couple orders of magnitude compared to Yaikzal's icy punches that
you can get
rent
to
the
me.
other one into pieces.
Like, you can also get up to her. Maybe?
Berrian, you're up.
Bonus. I don't know.
How far am I from the lady?
The lady
Very
from
far.
you...
Straight line.
70 feet.
70 feet?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it's a biggish room.
I'm going to bonus
I don't think you
action.
can
So
do
I'm
any of
going to pull out my sword. I'm going to bonus action blade song,
Okay.
She
and then
goes
I'm going
straight
to
up.
move forward 25 feet.
Okay.
Does that towards her? Does that put me in range of one of the arms?
You are already next to
this
one of
is-
the
wait,
arms.
you just need to
You're
get to
you're so
25,
you are
right?
moving. Sorry, you're not next to the base of one of the arms, but you are moving along the attack range of one of them. So you will take an attack of opportunity.
So, well, how long is their attack range? Because I do
15
things
feet.
differently. What?
15 feet. You're starting within 15 feet of one, so you're like, before you even get started, you're within the attack range.
Okay, so never mind. So I'm going to teleport.
60 feet.
Never mind. I'm actually going to stay where I am. Can I move? Like, can I move out of their range? Like,
Yes.
how far do I have to move over to get out of the
5
feet?
feet.
Okay, and then I'll still be within 70 feet of her?
I believe so. Yeah, I don't think moving to the right
Sure.
changes
I'll
that.
move over 5 feet so I'm out of the range of the tentacle.
You are going to take an attack of opportunity.
Okay, hold on.
He has to move
I
up
turn...
one.
Yeah, never mind. I'll take an attack of opportunity.
He has to
All
move
right.
up one.
Okay. That's 5 feet, so.
8.
That misses.
They've rolled the same number for every one of their rolls.
So I said, well, bonus action,
Very
blade song,
consistent.
action, mirror image.
Okay.
And, so I pull out my sword and my wand. Kind of vibration spreads out. I see the room a lot clearer, and then you just see the 3 guys flick out from me.
Okay. As 3 Berrians step out and all of you start swapping positions as you become a confusing mass
In the
of
water?
mirror images.
In the water, it'd be cooler too. because,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, the refraction and everything go around. Yeah.
Oh, technically that means I have 6 of them. So it's
Yeah,
even
yeah,
harder
sorry.
to hit.
If someone was above the water.
Okay, you have
yes,
6 of them,
not
but one of
through
them
the
is
water.
Berrian 2, and you lose your simulacrum if it gets hit.
He melts. He's made of ice. Okay,
have any
so you move 5 feet over. Are you also moving 20 feet forward?
No, I'm just
Okay.
gonna stay where I am.
All right. That brings us to the tendrils. This one here is next to Kena. It is going to swing towards her. Finally, something other than a 3. That will hit Kena.
Plus 5 to hit.
It does. I know, pretty scary.
Wow, that's crazy.
That is
Oh,
10
plus
damage
11s
to
were
Kena,
so
which,
Right.
because Kena is badass, means 5. She is injured, however, after her bump down there. This tendril is going to... Oh, she has to make a saving throw or become grappled. Wow, Kena. What is your dex bonus? Okay, she fails. As the tendril is now wrapped around her, and you watch the magic pick up more water to lengthen as it loses none of its size, but has now pulled Kena into the center of it. Okay, this other tendril is going to...
Can you
it's
move?
going to make its way... Okay, 50-50
Is it just
Yaikzal or
like-
Drae.
Like a snake?
Okay, yeah, it kind of like moves through the water like a serpent would, as it's going to come up to here to get within range of Drae
Oh no.
and attack you. Okay, a 19 to hit.
Miss.
As our
How does
final
telekinesis
tendril-
work underwater?
The exact same.
It's like Aquaman's.
Because, yeah, like, as it moves towards me, it just stops. It's like,
Water's pretty hard to stop with telekinesis, but you like interfere with
I
bits of
divert
it.
it then.
Like the tip's coming towards you, and when the end finishes, it just kind of swirls into regular water as you watch it rip up more water to reform itself.
I make a
behind.
little vortex that unscrews it.
Corkscrew, baby, corkscrew.
I like
This one can only reach Drae, so it is also going to move over here. And 8.
Oh, do you want a new dice?
AC matters, people. That's what I've been saying this whole time.
You can't do this. It's the wrong game.
That's what you've been saying the whole time?
Yep, totally.
As it brings us to Dilesus, with Drae having come uncomfortably close up in front of her. She is going to...
I'm great at every save. Try me.
Okay, I knew what I was gonna do, but give me a minute.
Hey, that's metagaming. You can't respond to out of
You
character
asked
threats.
her. No. Okay, Dilesus is going to pull up her amulet, and there's going to be a flash of magic from it as the spell from within is going to be cast.
Bye.
Just want it to be maze.
I'd be okay at maze.
It's disintegrate.
I'd be okay at disintegrate. That's
This is not the spell I'm looking
it's
for.
not. Those are not the spells I'm worried about.
What's it called?
Anything that
Dan, do you remember the name of the spell that makes a barrier around you while you cast magic from it safely?
Globe of invulnerability.
Thank you.
I mean sanctuary. I mean, it's.
As a shimmering barrier is going to appear around her, as she is going to step away from you as she does it, so you will get an attack of opportunity.
I can give her a crit.
So it just stops
Right in the
spells, right?
Uh,
Or can you read that spell?
do you have it?
I know of it, yes.
Not going to read it.
Okay.
It's a 17.
A 17 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage. As she steps away, you watch the necklace start to corrode and then break into pieces before turning to this copper ash.
Yeah. I don't. There's no sneak attack here.
Correct.
Okay.
Thanks.
Open D&D spell finding.
16. That's 26 points of psychic damage.
26 points of psychic damage.
Like, I don't
As
even
the
need it.
first
I'm so
blow
strong.
against her, your blade passing through her, the shadows leaving
Yeah, it like
a
leaves this
scar on
weird
her
like
mind.
shadow scar.
Burning black line running down her.
Agonizing pain.
She's going to
So-
step down. I am going to draw this circle from her. That'll do. Okay. She has used a magic item. She still has an action left to cast her own spell.
What? Bonus action magic item usage? What is she, a rogue?
Is burned and gone forever.
Okay.
As...
Fair enough.
Did you say fair enough? I couldn't hear you, yeah. Yeah, she just burned a
Alright.
6th level spell from this thing. Okay, let's see. She is...
Gonna surrender and give us so much
Come
love?
on, like,
Love your optimism.
Maybe we'll bang. I'll have a water baby.
you're
Just collecting different... You're like,
fire.
counting on you,
earth,
arbitrary.
air, water.
She'll make the avatar out of 4 kids.
This is awful. I love it.
You're
roll
gonna fuck a
charisma.
bird. You have a bird baby.
Hey, babe. I know I destroyed your garden and stuff, but maybe we could have a not so weird power dynamic relationship.
Okay, I need a Constitution saving throw from Drae. She is going to cast a spell.
Shit. That is a 14.
A 14 is a failure. As 1 minute she's before you stepping back, you just cut through her, you can see this line of darkness appearing across her, and then the next moment that darkness seems to spring up and swell across your vision as you are now blinded.
so strong. I don't
That
even
brings
need
us to
sight.
Lorelei once again at the top of the initiative.
Do you see what's happening over there? I don't. That's pretty far.
That's pretty far.
I'm going to swim 15 feet.
Okay.
Right. Berrian's a little hurt. Yeah, okay.
Yes, Lorelei.
I'm gonna cast a 4th level healing word on Berrian.
Okay. She is going to reaction counterspell. She does.
She's
need
so
to
far
roll.
away.
Is she? Is she out of 60? I thought you moved up. Oh,
70 feet.
you're right.
Too far.
You're right.
How are we so far apart when we entered the room together?
You're directly
Drae
next
is
to
a
Lorelei.
swimming speed and bonus action dashed.
Yeah, but I thought Lorelei was healing.
Yes.
Yeah.
You and Lorelei are directly next to each other. But this
Oh,
lady
okay.
started across the room and is too far to counterspell
Oh,
Lorelei.
yeah.
But know that she's willing to do it. That's what's important.
Sure.
Okay, so you get 15 health points.
Sweet.
Oh,
As the energy, light, traveling through the water, kind of
Well, now
bending
you're
and
less
bouncing,
than
but
that.
making its way to Berrian
Thank you.
as some of the wounds are healed closed.
yeah,
by the
she
holy
just sort of
energy.
like begrudgingly.
Scoots him out towards the. Get in there, champ.
And then I'm going to sacred flame, psychically burn the. Why am I German? Psychically burn the.
You need to go up.
No, the tentacle
Oh.
attacking Kena.
All right.
Let her go, you behemoth.
That's a dex save.
Yep.
Okay, that is a dirty 20.
Succeeds.
You do have advantage underwater on dex saves.
Well,
As you watch this thing spread apart, as this holy energy burns down a ribbon through the flame before
and
it
hits Kena.
pulls itself back together again. It probably should, but
No.
I'm also not letting her go free from it uncoalescing around her, so we'll call
There we
it a
go.
wash.
Yeah.
Anything else from Lorelei?
Nope.
Okay, Yaikzal.
So
So,
I forgot.
give me 1 second. I know nothing about the spell that she cast.
Nope.
Am I close enough to roll intelligence to see if I should approach her or wait for it to end?
Sure, make me an intelligence check.
This is just for me. I have no idea. You guys all have some idea, and all I know is she put a bubble around herself.
That's wizard shit. Why would I know wizard shit?
Intelligence, that is a 21.
21, looking at it, it doesn't look physically dangerous. It's definitely, like, it's clearly made to ward against something, but it doesn't seem to be stopping the water from moving out it.
Oh, so I can,
It was coming up as Drae was swinging at her, and his blade was, like, passing through it, so it doesn't seem outwardly dangerous.
My blade passed through it?
I'm gonna.
Oh, no, your blade wouldn't have.
I'm gonna shadow step 60 feet because you said
That's actually. Is my blade like physical or is it just like a lightsaber? Like-
I mean, it's a shadow blade, so it's
And
Yeah, I'm
like
curious.
shadow in the form
So
of
the
a
way
blade.
that it
Is it like solidified? Like, can I hit it against like a solid object and it goes ting ting ting, or does it just like pass through stuff?
so it's a manifest.
It says solidified gloom in your hands.
you manifest
solid.
the blade.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move 15 feet up so that someone can flank with me.
Okay.
And I move in there.
Okay, as you go running up, I do need you to be one down because that is the skull comes like out of the ground,
yeah.
so that's like terrain there. As you're now hanging over this like
click.
river of mercury underneath, as you go under, as you go through, you watch the glow disappear from your arm as the holy weapon no longer functions.
It doesn't does it like go down, or is it just in that area?
You don't know.
I'm gonna use 5 feet to step out.
Okay. You step back out from here. She is going to take an attack opportunity
Oh,
on
never
you.
mind. Whatever.
Just stick your arm out. See what happens.
That's a 27 to hit.
A 27 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage without the holy weapon.
Yeah.
Huh?
Without the holy weapon.
No.
Maybe.
I need to see if
that-
magic
Oh.
items
the
are
one spot
affected.
there.
Give me just a moment.
Because he said
Spells
Except for
specifically.
around the
Okay.
skull.
You know what I realized?
What did you realize?
I know I killed
right,
the tentacle,
like,
but I
top
never
middle.
added my added damage to it. I
Sort
just
of.
gave whatever the dice rolled.
You didn't add anything? You monster! That was so much damage already!
Okay.
What did she do?
When she was attacking that tentacle, she didn't add her bonus to the damage at all. That was just straight
15
dice.
less damage.
Yeah, that was...
So 15 more damage?
It would have been 15 more
It's
damage.
already dead then.
That's a 15 damage.
15 damage to her?
Yeah, all cold.
Okay.
That's really funny.
Well, and what does your right do? Because you have your right on your thing as
It gives
well.
it cold damage as well.
Okay,
I'm
so
like doubled up.
It's
It's blood.
yeah, it's not a spell. I'll say
Yeah,
the blood malady
this
is
isn't-
unaffected. Yeah, yeah. As you slash into the watery woman that you are
Okay.
across from, you see her hair like spikes in anger as you slash across her.
That's 17.
17
Oh, I
will
have
hit.
plus. I didn't roll the plus.
It's already gonna hit.
Okay. Listen, people give me things and I forget about them. Okay. That was a real cool jump. 12 damage.
12 damage. Okay, as you slash into her again, the water almost vibrates in anger around you as you cut into this genasi.
Oh, that's right.
All right. That brings us to Ivandrael.
Well, this was a very expensive shadow blade.
Do you watch the tip of it just disappear into nothing as you slash through the bubble that was coming
Yeah.
up? As it caught your weapon on the way out.
But like,
The gloom reforming as it exited,
okay.
but
okay.
you did not fully immerse it into this effect, so you're
Okay.
not sure what will happen. It's up to your discretion.
Into the mercury?
No, into the into her like aura
Globe.
or globe. I'm going to, because Drae doesn't know how shit works. This is wizard bullshit. He doesn't learn about wizard bullshit.
I think he specifically makes a point of not learning
Yeah.
about wizard bullshit.
So I'm going to take a side swim
okay.
here.
As you go to move within the reach of this tendril, it's going to try to grapple you.
Okay. 30.
9. One higher than last time, baby!
Uh,
Yeah, you're free to swim within its reach.
and I'm going to throw my shadow blade at it.
Okay, at the tendril.
Yep.
All right.
Then I less. It's a lot to hit. Like,
You do have disadvantage.
it's the same number. It's a 30 something to hit.
That'll hit, yeah. As the shadow blade leaves your hand and sails through the water, piercing through it.
I mean, it is a finesse weapon.
Yeah, it's ranged attack, so
Okay.
it's different.
I always roll multiple ones on these D8. It's like a requirement. 5, 11, 18, 23 points of psychic damage to it.
23 points of psychic damage.
And after it hits, the blade goes away until I resummon it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to draw my stupid little dagger. My stupid little, like,
As
angry
the flame
dagger.
tries to splutter and then goes
Uh,
out.
as I'm going to swim into this without my blade out.
Okay.
And just
Okay,
hit
go
her
ahead
from behind.
and roll to hit with advantage.
natural 20.
Let's go.
Roll damage.
I don't get all my D8 though. It's sadness.
You get your.
I do get on my sneak attack though.
I don't get my DA, but my sneak
Where
attack.
are my dice?
But it's maxed. It's maxed sneak attack. It's
Yep,
disgusting.
it's very good.
Just take whatever. Don't keep it.
Oh, I get 6 now.
Sheesh. That was a weird sheesh. It was sheesh. Not even jish.
I believe the word is jish, and what you said was a slur, sir. So I will take an apology.
I will take an apology as this is no longer a natural 20.
Okay.
You miss, actually.
Yeah, it's actually a natural 1 and you damage yourself.
Oh, Isaac's not
Okay,
arbitrary.
that is 69 points of damage.
Given that she has 7 health left, how would you like to do this?
She
Did I do
does?
that much?
We're trying not to kill her, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm going to. This is just like
Wait, how much damage is this?
69.
That's her entire health pool over again.
No, but it doesn't do her entire health pool.
No,
right?
it's
does.
well, it'd be 62 overflow.
Yeah.
If she has 7. Does she have less than 62 health?
Yeah, she has 60
Oh,
health.
she's dead. She's just dead.
This is one.
Kill us her away.
Well, regardless.
Given that this is a
No, yeah,
natural
okay.
20.
Regardless, what Drae does is he sort of like he swims forward, throws his shadow blade, and like sneaks around behind her and hits her with the back of it, in the back of the head. Like this won't kill her. Thunk.
You watch her head snap forward
I catch her.
as you catch the Genasi who falls into your arms. The tendrils of water around sputter into nothing as she falls into Yaikzal's arms. You know what feels appropriate? I'm going to roll on the mortal wounds table.
Have these back.
It's 69. That's a tasty number.
Yeah. 69 with all these tentacles around, like.
Just feels right, does it? All right.
I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
Feels wrong.
Wrong in like
Minus
a not so
5.
wrong way, but wrong in.
What do you mean?
You know what? I'm gonna shut up.
I don't know how to deal with it.
Luna, which one of these was yours? Okay. Here's some D8s back. I'm gonna look and break if I'm missing.
Oh yeah, stream. So I normally bring every single dice of mine. Just I've lowered it,
Yeah.
and I only bring 3 sets.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I still bring a
man,
pop-
I'm missing a D8, a D4, and a D12.
I bring extras along with the 3 sets, but
I think
Oh,
they're
wait,
just
wait.
in my backpack.
So we're gonna mention those.
So
Were
what
we?
happened to the lady?
As she is knocked out cold in Yaikzal's arms.
Did anything happen to her?
You don't know.
Okay.
So
Does
far.
her globe go away?
The globe does not go away.
Get her out of the globe.
can I
Are we still in combat?
You are no longer in combat. Here, I'll change the music.
Can I let Lorelai?
Lorelai takes about
stabilize
5
her?
rounds to get there.
I move to you. It takes us 4 rounds.
Can't fly underwater, baby.
As you grab onto her and go shooting out of this globe, pulling her along with you, leaving a trail of water behind, as you bring the unconscious woman to Lorelai.
And I'm holding her while Lorelai like stabilizes her or something.
What are you doing, Lorelai?
Do we have a way to make her not able to cast things?
Yeah, we do.
Alright.
I gag her.
No, I'm going to wait until you revive her, and then I'll
Yeah, you
cast.
do.
Let me know when you're gonna do what you're gonna do.
Like, I'm just gonna heal her. So... Unless we want to take her back as a body.
Sure, heal her. I cast.
All right, go ahead
Just
and
give me a
roll
second.
me a prestidigitation check.
Bear with me.
I
A
cast...
powerful spell.
Okay, can I?
Just
So-
one. Just
While he's doing that, unless he, can I pickpocket her to see if
Do
she
you
has
want to rifle through her
anything
pockets while this is happening?
interesting?
We
Give
loot
me
the
an
body.
investigation check.
Dre's gonna leave the globe and try and summon his sword.
I cast anti-magic field.
Items in your hand.
Thank God. I thought I lost you.
Oh no, hold on. I don't cast it. I don't cast that.
Okay.
I just ready a spell.
All
Dirty
right.
20.
What?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, you're rifling through pockets. This is going to take longer than the rest of this is going to take.
Yeah,
Where's she rifling? Sorry.
She's rifling through
I'm not going
pockets.
to take every. I just want to see what she has.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So that was
How
something
much
else I
health?
had planned was to look.
Just a first level healing word. So, 8 health.
Okay.
Blade to her. Well, hold on. We can manacle her and stuff. Like,
Well, that's what I was asking.
Okay, sorry. Just can we plan a little bit before we?
Yeah.
That's
Go ahead.
what I asked for.
Yes, I didn't get a chance to do it yet. Well, we have manacles. I was given manacles last time. We had to bring someone in, a spellcaster.
All right.
I'm pretty sure you gave me those.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, we have fancy.
We have fancy manacles that stop them from casting magic.
Here, they're in the bag. See them?
Yeah, it was
See
for
them
the
right
last
here?
wizard.
For the
I'm
last
holding
one.
them right now.
Sure, I'm willing to believe that. I don't remember it, but I'm willing to
Clink,
believe
clink,
it.
So I'm gonna put the manacles on her and like put a gag kind of thing.
Okay.
I would like to use detect magic and take like anything magical off of her person.
All right.
Rings, all the stuff.
Yeah, she
She's
does.
now naked.
Sorry, what?
She is wearing a ring that appears to be magical.
Okay. I take off the ring. Anything else?
Nothing visible.
Well, I detect magic would see everything.
Yeah.
So,
Nothing appears magical.
No other forces.
okay, even on her clothes?
Yeah.
Like, her clothes wouldn't block it.
Well, it depends. If it was completely concealed by something, they would.
Concealed by what?
Like if something was far enough under her shirt, or inside her pants, or something like that.
Well, there's only way,
I'm gonna
one
pull
way to
detect
find
magic
out.
quick. I don't think it does that. I think it just tells you within 60 feet.
But not through walls. Like,
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but clothes isn't a wall. We'll see what it says.
Detect magic. So you do sense magic around you. So if you sense magic around you, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and learn the school of its magic, if any. So it does have to be visible. You would
Okay.
still feel that it's there. You wouldn't, but like you definitely feel magic around you.
Okay, no, on her specifically.
Well, no, it's not like magic is right there. You feel that there's magic within
Yeah,
30 feet
on
of
an
you.
aura of her.
So you're looking, there's no aura coming off of her after you take the ring.
Okay, I check her. I rifle through her clothes and
Uh,
everything.
well,
if this is how it's
somebody's
meant to be.
already ahead of you, as this would give you enough time to rifle through her pockets and some such. So she
Wait, do I
does...
still have bless?
Bless doesn't help
it's
with this.
1 minute, but it doesn't
Yeah, it
help.
doesn't help with villagers. As you've been going through, you find some coin purse,
Okay.
which is attached to her. Her bag also has a stone in it, not quite a pearl, but silvery-like one almost, but too large. Other than that, her spellbook is on her. It's made out of some waterproof paper, almost like some sort of kelp or something.
I'm gonna hand the spellbook to Berrian.
Okay.
I'm gonna take that rock.
Okay, you take the stone.
Yaikzal,
Yeah.
can I take a look and let you know what that is first?
Yeah.
Okay, just... what if it's cursed, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take the little pearl or
Yeah,
whatever
who would
it is
use
as
it
well.
cursed?
Is there anything else on her person? Necklaces, rings, belts, anything? I check completely.
Yeah, she has a necklace and stuff on, but they don't appear magical.
Okay, no magical
look
belts
valuable?
or anything. I do what I have to do to look.
Yeah, if you
the
want to fleece the scroll over and take a peek up her shirt and down her pants, you
Sure.
don't discover any.
I asked you if there was a way that I didn't have to do it like
That's
this.
how you gotta
and
do it.
You're making me do it like this.
So
so
I'm
I
not
do
making
it like
you
this.
do it.
Describe-
You're determined to
Describe
find.
the stream how
Guys,
Berrian does it.
Berrian goes, unbelts, pulls down her pants, starts peering in around her nether regions.
Okay, I
down
think
Laurel
this is
eye
gonna get
rolls
somewhere
her
weird
eyes.
for Twitch. As a female, I'm uncomfortable.
Good, you should be.
I want to make sure I tried to do this in a different
no,
way.
it's Isaac. Isaac.
Thank you.
This is
Thank
how
you.
the spell works. If you're that determined to find all of her
Can I,
secrets,
hold
you're
on,
gonna
hold on,
have
hold
to
on.
go looking
Can
at
I
all her
roll?
private
Can I
prints.
roll to see if I can do it differently? Like
No.
if I can see through the clothing?
No.
Okay, so
That would
anyways,
be too
continue.
powerful.
I take off the belt and I slowly peel back the undergarment.
Draco, whoa,
Finish
dude.
your inspection.
Let the girls do it. It's hotter.
Okay, so we got the ring, the spell book.
Oh my god.
Mother.
We got the ring.
To my mother, you should.
We got the ring, the spell book, and the little stone.
Yes.
That's it.
Uh, more than a little stone.
Guys,
but yeah.
also do
Alright,
Oh, you go first.
can I... She's just been holding this magic for minutes now.
Oh. Wait. Okay, hold it for like 30 more seconds. You guys all... Okay, so... I don't think we should rob her because that's how she got into this mess, and I don't want Berrian to get into this mess.
I'm not robbing her. I've put
I
it.
know.
I put
I know.
It, okay.
Yeah, but
I'm
that
saying it
necklace-
for like Drae.
But
Okay.
I'm saying-
Wednesday would love that necklace, though.
No, but she makes a point though, right?
What's she gonna do? I one-shot her.
It's not her. It's the council.
Yeah.
They're telling us.
I'm not a wizard.
Drae.
I love how I'm roll.
Cut
I'm Lorelei
forward.
with my hands right now.
Cut forward to all of you escaping through a teleportation circle as half of Berrian's tower gets destroyed by a disintegrate. You being chased into your last refuge by a group of more powerful adventurers and their wizard friend with 9th level magic. You're gonna come the easy way or the hard way. Take me if you can, because we're like, ooh, they got nice stuff. No, we shouldn't. The council will send people out. Cuts forward.
Oh, come on.
to
Like,
them,
what
their tower getting ripped open.
for a non-magical necklace. Like, literally just...
So
This is the joke.
I will do that. I will cast teleportation circle
Okay.
and go back to the tower.
All right.
Sorry,
What?
am I reviving her yet?
Oh, sorry. I got jumped ahead. Yeah. So if once she's checked out and everything.
So, teleportation requires drawing a 10-foot circle on the ground in your area, and under the water here, it will not work because this is stone and algae. You could try to find some algae and like rip it into the algae if you wanted.
If I have to take a short. Oh no, I didn't Never mind. We're good. Actually,
Okay.
never mind.
Okay.
So after she's like tied up a manacle, I'm like, yeah, bring her back.
Or...
What?
I'm eating.
I wanna like. Guys, I was like.
You picked the perfect. You've been holding the spell forever, and then when it finally comes, just gotta be eating.
Yaikzal is like holding her in her arms, and she's like grinning down like a shark because she's got shark teeth.
Yeah. Guys, you're in control of her. If she tries to do anything with her mouth or hands that isn't told by us, hit her. Bonk her.
I will hit
Are you
her
casting the
so
spell?
hard.
You know you can't hold a spell for more than 6 seconds without it being used, right?
Alright, Lorelei.
Don't ruin my fun.
You can bring her back now.
Go ahead and roll the healing.
It's 8.
8. Okay. As you feel the magic fall over her, the eyelids kind of flutter under the water here. You've got a firm grip
Yeah.
on her, watching.
It's just the Avengers shot of, like, Hawkeye at the front and all of them staring at you.
I'm just standing in front of her.
As the eyes open, and you can see they're kind of unfocused. One of the pupils bigger than the other. She looks around.
Holy fuck.
Oh god.
What did we do?
We killed her.
And kind of drifts backwards.
Okay, I'm gonna cast an 8th level teleport back to my tower, into the classroom.
As all of you
Holy
We gave you fucking brain damage.
vanish.
Oh,
We
fuck.
Find yourself
She's a
soaking
vegetable.
wet, water pouring around you into Berrian's portal room. You find yourself in a mostly completed cage. Iron around you in bars as Berrian pulls a key. She now slumped in your arms with gravity working against her.
Lorelei?
What?
We
It's
need to
over
fix
again.
her.
She's all-
We need to fix her.
Alright, take her to my school. I'll see what I can do.
Let's go.
Okay, well, do your thing.
Alright.
Can you do your thing?
I think so. Do I have it?
I
it's one of my always have it. Yeah, I always.
Okay, and you can do it from this room.
I can take 5 people. How many do we have with us?
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, it's me and up to 5.
Oh, so we're
Oh,
good.
well then you're the perfect. Oh wow, details. It's nice when you convey those.
Oh wow. Okay.
As all of you vanish just as soon as you appeared and find yourself now standing next to an altar in a small temple to Tulnir. You can see him looking sort of like teacherly down, benevolently, but still stern, looking down at you all
There's
inside
a big
of Raylan's
like a
temple.
wooden ruler in one hand
No.
and a
No.
gold star in the other.
The carrot and the stick. No. As you guys find
We
yourself
take her to
standing
the nurse's
in
room.
Laurel's-
There's obviously like a school nurse.
Absolutely, yeah.
I definitely I'm still sitting with her just in case.
I
like,
am going
she
to put us
becomes-
back to the player view because that seems appropriate.
Yaikzal, like, even though they're in there, like, she's definitely sitting her with she's keeping a grip on her,
Okay.
just in case she becomes, like,
Yeah, a little more volatile.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's making noises and like sputtering in your hands. You're all soaking wet. She appears like just as dry as she would normally be if she had
Yep.
never been in water.
All right.
Yaikzal's hair's...
I'm going to guidance myself and then
long.
try and figure out what's going on with her. Like I
Okay. Go
open
ahead.
her eyes and shine a light right in them, and
Make
all
me
that
a medicine check.
Yaikzal's hair is so long that wet. It's like a tangled hairs dragging behind her, like because it's long, like curled up and like bounced up. It's at her like knees.
Yeah.
So when it's wet, it'll.
Okay.
Just
I'm going
dragging
to,
along the temple floor, leaving streaks.
Yeah, I'm
of
gonna
water
flash of
behind.
It's like a
insight.
fucking slug.
Your neck is like so.
And her arms are full too, so she can't even try to tie it up.
All right,
Keeps
it's
getting
a
caught under the benches.
33.
33. Checking her
Yep.
over, she has some sort of brain trauma. You're not certain, like, she's a wreck right now, like, incoherent. It could get better with time, but she would probably need, like, a few weeks of bed rest before you would know her final condition, but definitely some sort of brain injury.
Okay.
Likely permanent.
would not open that.
Well, just because it's really just what she knows. Oh man, what does this spell do?
Generator, restoration.
I can cure diseases, blindness, deafness.
Speaking of which,
You
Drae,
You regenerate
it
brain
would have worn off when she went unconscious, but still.
Yeah.
You regenerate brain cells.
I don't know. I'll put a heal into her, just to like try to give the body some juice to
I know heal has a couple of extra
heal.
effects.
Yeah, heal cures
This one not.
blindness, deafness, and any diseases.
As you watch the physical wounds start to close themselves up, she is left pristine, eyes still unfocused, still kind of mumbling into her gag.
Maybe I don't have that today, but I could try it tomorrow.
Sure.
Just wiggle her face back and forth.
Berrian's, I think maybe we should. Oh, let's bring her in. Message to Laura Baker.
Okay.
We have Dilesus. Where would you like to meet?
Bring her to my home then.
Okay. Do I have her circle now?
No, you do not, but she's in the same city as you.
Oh, okay. I walk.
She's talking about her manor home.
We're all,
Okay.
we're all walking together.
You want me to carry her? Or
I got this.
All right.
It's weird holding. Wait. Drae, hold her for a second. As you see, guys will like grab her hair and try to put it up.
Just like ringing, like water just pouring out as she's trying to wrap it around her horns and around itself.
And just take her back.
As you guys carry her out of the warren and start making your way across the streets here, you get a couple of odd looks from the half-cliffs,
Right.
carrying this
Yeah.
clearly gagged and addled
and-
woman.
Talk on the
And
business.
as they leave, Lorelai's just like, "You guys have fun. I have things to attend to." So.
Okay.
As you guys make your way to the inner run and to Laura Baker's manor home here. You knock on the door, and the door is opened by an older servant. Oh, she's expecting you. Please, come in. As you guys are brought in, and Laura is sitting in a rather simple armchair and looks over.
Good evening.
Well, what's happened to her?
She decided to fight us and not want to.
I hit her really hard in the head.
She might have a concussion or some type of brain trauma. We might be able to fix it.
It's unfortunate. Oh,
Agreed? Yep. If you wait till tomorrow,
children.
we can come back.
Look, we tried to talk to her. She was
It
like,
is the
"We won't
dangers of rough housing. Right?
Maybe she'll get
I mean,
it
I don't know if
together.
it was roughhousing. She tried to drown us with water tentacles.
Quite the rough housing then.
Berrian's gonna cut in and just be like, next time I will try to get them less damaged. I
Of
apologize.
course, I hope. Although, if all goes well, this is the last required one before you can start to sit on councils.
Yeah. Would you like us to come back tomorrow and try to heal her?
If you have some method, yes, I'm afraid I don't have anything to help with that other than going to the temple.
Okay. Well, we'll come back tomorrow. and try to heal her.
If not, the temple might not be a bad idea.
Well, if we can't do it, we'll take her to the temple, and I'll pay for the cost and donation.
If you wish, very well. I will keep her under watch tonight, and see you all tomorrow, or at least those of you necessary.
Okay, thank you.
And good job on bringing her back. Damaged may she be.
I'm gonna pull out the 3 items. I'm like, she had here's her spell book.
Thank you.
Here's I believe this may be the ring that was stolen.
Ah, yes.
And the stone.
Excellent. Well, find me someone to watch her for the evening, please. Spend a bit of coin, somebody reliable. She is still a wizard. As the old servant bows to her and heads out of the house.
Okay.
As you guys are free to leave the manor and the rest
Anything
of
nice?
in her manor? Yeah, there's a couple of like
Anything
ornaments
small and
stuff.
unnoticeable?
I think same as last time. There's a couple of like silver ornaments that are grabbable.
I'm going home to see my baby.
Okay, yeah. Yaikzal immediately drops and wrings out her hair a bit as you start making your way.
Not in the house.
No,
I'm not
once you're
wringing-
out on the street.
Here, baby.
And then you start making your way over to your manor, which is quite a bit further up the scale of manors and around the inner room.
I have a better house.
Oh yeah, you have a much bigger house than Laura Baker.
Oh, fucking.
Fuck yeah, stick it to those wizards.
Judging by her taste inside the house, she prefers simpler things, you would guess.
No, she's just poor.
Yeah, she's poor and stupid and idiot, and no one
As
likes her.
you arrive back, and Big Red is there and turns. Oh, you're back.
Can you? Are you like a blow dryer? Like, can you dry my hair?
It can be warm.
Okay, that works.
You're so wet.
I would fight.
Sorry.
I would fight it underwater.
Oh,
Mhm.
you win.
Mhm.
Good.
Kind of gave her brain damage
Oh,
on accident.
it happens.
Yeah, it was her fault for running away.
Oh,
How's Tyth? And she's like,
oh, it was good. I put him down for a nap.
yeah. She was so excited to see him.
You can go see him. I'm pretty sure Lazuli woke him up already.
What? What did she do?
She was going to play with him.
When you went for a nap?
He napped for a bit. I didn't feel like arguing with her.
Oh my gosh. You wanna come with me, maybe?
Yes?
Okay. So,
Why is this a question?
I don't know.
Oh, one of his arms starts to glow with heat as he follows you up the stairs. And you would find Lazuli, who is leaned over the crib and like looking down at Tyth and like trying to tickle him.
How is he responding?
He looks like tired, like he woke up from his nap, and he's kind of like he's obviously been awake for a little bit. Like she hasn't just started this, but he's not crying. He's not turning red or anything. He's just kind of like trying to figure out how much he likes this or not.
Hey, Mom.
Oh, hi.
Has it been good? She's like, she's slowly sliding up.
You like saddle around beside her and reach in and pick up Tyth, and she squeezes his belly a little bit. Yes, it's been good.
It's good. You guys do anything exciting?
No?
Maybe?
I did go to the city with Berrian.
Ooh.
Some desert city.
Oh, that was, I mean, while I was gone.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Well, maybe I could help you find some hobby or something. It can't be nice just sitting around the house all day.
I've never had a house to sit around all day.
Yep. Yep. Forgot she was like this. I mean, well, maybe get you knitting or something.
Oh, I could try it, sure.
Yeah, get like in activities, and because like it may be nice now, but eventually, yeah, sitting around the house gets very boring. Talking from experience.
It did grow old while you were gone for those trip to see everyone's families.
Yeah. Yeah. Player note. Fucking Lazuli. Holy shit. Nothing was brought up about that. Holy shit. She's like the worst pick-me girl. Anyways. Well, yeah. Well,
Knitting would be nice. Maybe you could show me how if you know.
Yeah. Do you have anything you're super interested in?
Could make something for Tyth.
Yeah, do you want to make, like, toys,
Well,
clothes?
it's easy. I've never knitted before.
Me neither. But we'll figure it out. It'll be our thing.
Well, sounds like an adventure.
Lorelei comes in knitting.
Just through the background with a smug
Oh,
look.
hi. Just wanted to stop by. What's up?
Well, we'll start on that. I'd like some alone time with my kids.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay. I guess.
I'll talk to you.
I mean,
when-
I've never had a kid before.
Literally her decision. Literally her choice.
Oh, okay. Bye, Tyth, and pinches his cheek and makes her way out of the room.
Fights her.
She's out.
Yeah.
And like she's like, it's like
Big Red is still just waiting.
Food.
it's like silent for like
Mm.
a minute, and she's like, that woman.
Well,
She's very. Nothing was brought about it. She's just gonna rant
you
very
randomly.
quietly.
Oh, okay.
That's almost their conversations go. Her talk.
He's improved. He didn't ask you to stop talking partway through.
Yeah, he's actually listened.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah. I guess. Maybe.
And that's what she just spends time with them.
You just rant. Are the rest of you getting up to anything in particular with your day, or are we coming back to the next day with Lorelei?
just
and-
come
Lorelei will like do some talking with the priests about brain damage.
Okay.
Do they know anything?
Yeah. You're talking to them, and it's a difficult area. There are magics that can help with it. Regenerate is not one of them. It works for severed limbs and cuts and stuff like that, but from what I've read, not for things like brain damage.
Right. So what does?
Restore life and limb?
Is that a spell?
Is that a spell?
Yes.
It's not
Oh.
a spell.
It's an axe spell, but it involves rolling on the revival table when it is used.
Well, that doesn't affect me. So.
Is it something we have to learn, or
I mean, she's a
Is it
cleric, so she can...
Yeah.
okay?
Oh, I have another spell I was thinking of. Let me just look through my spell book.
I gotta look at Restore Life and Limb to make
I
sure it
don't
actually
have.
does. Otherwise, this person might just be wrong.
Just lied.
Charm, frightened, paralyzed, stunned. I mean, would you consider brain damage a permanent stun?
Yeah, Restore Life and Limb will work.
Alright, what level of spell is that?
Restore Life and Limb is a 5th level spell.
Wow. It's like Greater Restoration, but different and better
It
and worse.
gives access to like a Regenerate Sword spell at a cost.
Well, we can try it. I mean, she can't be worse off than she is now.
Do you get bonuses if you're in your like temple or something?
So everything that would normally apply, it doesn't work like quite exactly because there's not damage or anything, but any of the bonuses that normally come with rolling on the messing with mortality table also apply to this.
Can I upcast it to make it more effective?
Uh,
Or like easier to pull off or less damaging?
let me look at the table. I don't think so. Why? Have you
I'm
done
pretty sure
this?
I put it in your temple and a bunch of other stuff.
Why is it moving me? Stop doing that every time I click this thing, you bitch. Okay. So, no, it's just your level that affects it. And being in a temple to your god does make it less of a negative. It's not a positive, but it's less negative, which is a positive all of its own.
Yeah.
Oh, Hive Tyrant is here.
Hi.
Hi guys. Hey, been a while from Alex. Yeah, school got a little crazy. One more final exam tomorrow, and then 2 whole weeks off. And then for the record, I despise group projects. Mike says same here. Hive Tyrant says Hammer of Thunderbolts might work. And then Hive Tyrant subscribed for a 4-month subscribe. Thank you, Hive Tyrant, and welcome back.
You're a
We missed
favorite.
you. And I'm sorry, school's bugging you. Yeah, group
I
projects
love
can be-
group projects.
They can be real hit or miss. I've had some really not great groups, and I've had some really fun groups,
Yeah.
and I've had some groups that were like on the edge, and you felt like you could have an effect on it.
Yeah,
But-
that's right. I've had pretty much great ones because computer science students are cool.
Your last group project didn't sound like it went the best.
went
a couple
so
of
great.
times
Shut up.
there. Hive Tyrant says, love you guys and I've missed you. Aww. Thanks,
missed
Hive
you.
Tyrant. We missed you too. We added channel points and stuff, so play around with those if you want. We're thinking about adding something where you
The
can give
1000
subs.
point one is actually one of my favorites.
If you ruin a stretch, I'll bring you something good.
Why are you advertising it like you're gonna make it happen?
I'm just,
It is good though. I like it. We have our signature Runa stretch now. Do you want to say what you do, or do you want to wait till people discover it
no,
on their
no,
own?
no, no, no. I'm not gonna say what happened.
Okay.
And because I didn't ever wrap this up on our thief one shot,
Oh.
Drae shows up at the bakery and finds like wherever he like in his main office kind of thing, a little like pouch of powder, with a little note that said like from your favorite with like a silk all like cool and spelled out, and it's the drugs that she got.
Right. Okay.
And it's like, and he picks it up and like, what is this?
Oh, you also have the
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
Hive Tyrant.
Yeah,
Okay, two
Drugs.
things. He says, my hatred for group projects comes from no consequences when people don't participate, but they get the shared grade. Yeah, fair. And he redeemed
I had the
100
opposite
points
problem.
for Boys
People
Hydrate.
got really mad at me because they like decided to redo the whole project in a night, which I was like, I don't have time or energy for this. And then they were like, you didn't participate, so you, we're gonna say you did nothing.
Boys Hydrate from Hive Tyrant.
And
For
I did
100 points.
get, I don't know if I actually lost marks or anything off of it, but
That's a decent question. Yeah, group projects, man. They're wild.
What was the strangest idea, strangest feeling? Because when he did that, I ended up drinking my tea.
just right as it happened. Hive Tyrant says, I've
I-
carried 4 groups so far.
This is the only group project I enjoy.
aww.
Aww.
I never enjoyed group projects.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, you guys are super dark for some reason. I'm just gonna play with your
You have
camera
all the
for
light.
a moment. No, I just need to turn up your not contrast. What's it called? Exposure by
Oh
one.
man, you know what I forgot?
We're late enough already.
That
There we
Lorelai
are.
was exhausted.
So,
It's
boys posture check from Hive Tyrant. Oh man, he's digging into it.
He's my favorite.
Yeah, and boys stretch. Okay, he's
He's
spending. He's
my
spending.
favorite.
We might have to have a chat with Hive Tyrant. Runa juice.
I actually have something I enjoy.
Yeah, you do actually have a decent drink in front of you. You're a big spender. Runa
Yeah,
stretch.
Oh, there we go.
Here it comes. You're just trying all of these out to see how they go, aren't you?
What are you drinking, Runa?
root beer.
Oh no! Come on! No! Oh, ow, my neck! Oh, this was promised.
You can sue.
This is
Oh,
what happens.
your hands are so cold.
One decides to fuck with me.
I thought you were gonna do your fun dance thing. That's what I was excited for. Yeah, Runa does a little like a limber up.
I've
like-
never seen it. She always does it behind me.
Yeah,
By the
that's
time I
true.
turn around,
I don't
she's
know.
done.
For me, it feels like those exercise videos. Like she should be wearing leg warmers or something.
Do you want me to do it in front?
Hive Tyrant says I have 14k more points, guys.
Very cool.
Okay, yeah.
So where were we?
So you finish meeting with this group. The next day comes to pass as you pray for an unfamiliar spell from your god.
Hey, can you, like, I don't know if this is a thing you do, but if, like, just that one. Like at a McDonald's, just.
As you can feel in the morning, the watchful gaze of Nuldir.
Tulnir.
Tulnir, thank you.
Fuck
yes.
that other weirdo.
Tulnir sweep across you.
All my homies.
You spend the first hour or so praying as you can feel the knowledge of the spell come to your mind. Boys hydrate. He says, I suggest adult diapers for you all. Just saying. Sips, boys, sips.
I am giving. I'm not drinking this entire bottle because of your points. So you have 3.
Runa Juicy, yeah. Yeah, 2 more.
Oh, there's one more.
Yeah, one more.
We're starting from this run. Okay.
Okay, so
The following day comes to pass. Who all is going to see Laura Baker?
I think I would just take me and Lorelai.
Sorry.
You don't
Hive
wanna bring her
Tyrant said
here?
you will drink like a savior.
Jesus.
Fuck me like a savior. Good
I
callback.
forgot that he was there for that.
Yep. So you find yourself outside of the home of Laura
I would
Baker.
talk-
Who all is going?
I'd just take Lorelei if
Okay.
she would come.
Kana's also come along.
So
Sure.
guys will.
Hey.
Hi.
Okay,
Hey.
whoever wants to
Hi.
come, but she said bring who's relevant. So
Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm real busy.
Guys will would like walk up to the house like, my house is better. She's
The
like,
house is a lot bigger.
I had to walk down out of the outer ring to get here.
You're still in the inner run.
I know, but like I had to walk
Yeah.
closer to the.
In your head, you hear fucking wizards.
Just watch the house getting smaller as you go.
Eat the wizards.
so who's coming?
It looks
Everyone
like
but
everyone
Drae.
but Drae is there.
Alright.
As you guys knock, the door is opened by the same old servant. Please come in. Yes.
Hello.
As you guys come in, you find Laura Baker. She has to be called up as she makes her way up. I moved my chair downstairs just in case there's any problems. Follow me. We've got her secured.
Can we take her to the temple?
I just don't see why not.
Okay.
You guys go down. You can see a fairly well-outfitted mercenary is there, keeping a watchful gaze on what appears to be a sleeping Genasi woman there. Her hair just kind of flowing around her. As if you could pick her up and bring her along, please. Oh, well then, I guess your services are done.
Over your shoulder.
Stick around. I might need you, but you can be supplied with food from the kitchen and take a break for a while. Nods to her, and she follows you guys up.
Insight check on that guy.
Okay, make an insight check.
Did he look like one of my mercenaries?
No, he's a little better dressed than most of the rank and file.
38.
Although, like, Mayakar or something would be of, like, a comparable sort of level to him. 38. Looks like a guy doing the job he was paid for and doing it well. As Laura follows you out, she grabs a walking cane as she goes and comes along and sweeps her Arcanum cloak over her shoulder and will follow you guys. A little bit surprised when you come out of the inner run and turn away from the temple that kind of faces the door to the inner
And
run
then,
there.
detect thoughts on the water girl. I just want, like, she's just curious. Like, what's
She
going
keeps
on up there?
drifting in and out of consciousness. It's a mess. It's got pieces of what you'd expect from like a normal person reading their thoughts, but things just kind of pop in unbidden and seemingly outside of her control, and her perception is way off. Like something seems to be filtering it all wrong.
And then Laura Baker.
Okay. You turn your thought towards her and you, my back is too stiff for these walks. Why are we going past the temple? Why are we going to... Oh, they're not trying to rob me. Well, that'll be a mess.
We're going to Lorelei's temple.
Oh. Oh, is that the one I've heard of in Warren?
Yes.
Oh, that makes sense. And in her head, that makes sense. All right. I guess her own temple. Yeah, there's just an old
Right,
woman
like-
complaining about her walk and rambling on as they go.
No deep wizard secrets.
No, mostly complaining about her back on the way.
No, but she's secretly evil. She's a wizard.
Oh, that tea gave me acid.
Man, she is ahead of the game. She is like thinking fake good thoughts to throw off her real bad
I
thoughts.
can't wait for a wizard-only campaign. You're gonna love it.
Oh, it's gonna be so fun. Yeah, I'm gonna love just murdering myself.
I am sitting closer to her, so she feels a little safer. I don't know, because like it's a harder part of town, so.
Okay, yeah. From reading her thoughts, she does not feel very nervous. She is a capable wizard, but you saddle up close to her to provide that extra
I
protection.
can't read her thoughts.
Yeah,
so.
no, yeah. You feel quite warm and protective as you guys head into the inner run. Sorry, not the inner run, into the Warren. Walk along the familiar ramshackle pathways between the plywood huts stacked up into the sky. Hive Tyrants is looking for supplies. Be back in a flash. Harp, see you soon. As you guys eventually come across the temple, held together by magical force, in through the stone hallways.
Hey, you make it sound like it's decrepit and barely like being
No,
held together.
like the walls are magical force. It's not like transparent or anything. And you guys walk through the interior stone hallways that section it off into rooms, back to the same temple you had first appeared in. Somebody has done some work to clean up the water from the floor that followed after you.
We have a guy.
As
The kids love them.
you lay her across one of the few pews that make the seating area in there, it's small enough that the altar is not really something you'd lay somebody across. She's there, still manacled, although it looks like she's been unmanacled and remanacled at some point. Still gagged.
Passed out.
Yeah, just passed out as you set her down on the pew there.
All right. Would I know if this is like a skill check or something that I could make myself better at?
It is not a skill check, no.
Okay.
I just need to see how long it takes to cast. Not because it really matters, but just for personal curiosity.
Can you use inspiration on it?
It's instantaneous.
I don't have.
I am keeping a grip on her.
Okay, yeah, you're keeping a firm...
She's like, if we're on the pew, she's like in my lap. So I don't want her to get anywhere.
Yes, okay, so you've got a firm grip on her
Yeah.
shoulder so she can't roll off, and if you need to, you can grab onto her rather quickly, which helps because the pews aren't incredibly large, so you're kind of propping her up on the one side. So, we're going to add her wisdom modifier, which is a +0. We don't need to do anything with state of the body, because she is whole and healthy. We're going to add half of your cleric level,
Okay.
which is...
9. Or is
okay,
it rounded down?
it's rounded down.
Okay, then 8.
8. And then you're in a temple, so there's no -2. So it is going to be a d20 plus 8 for her, but I will let you roll it, because that sounds more interesting.
26.
26. Roll me a d6.
3.
Okay. 3. So, 26 is the very bottom of the highest result, and 3 reads no side effects. As her eyes flash open, you can see the pupils dilate too far and then back to size. Clarity returns to her eyes. And
No.
as she still has the gag firmly in her mouth.
Oh, okay.
And is trying to talk through it.
I thought.
No, no,
like,
no.
Oh yeah, her brain's fine. She can't talk.
Yeah, no. She is trying to mumble through the gag and looking surprised, and Laura, oh, good, that seems to have worked.
Alright, well, back to your place then.
Oh, I'll just take her from here. As she pulls out some brushes and
I'll send
starts
you a bill.
drawing.
Can she do the inside the temple? I don't think she can.
Is your temple block magic travel? I don't think you have anything warding against that.
Oh, you can teleport. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, let me look at the thing if it does it innately.
Yeah, Temple of the Gods is quite the spell.
I have been grinning at her like a shark.
Sensors created by divination can't appear inside the temple, and creatures within can't be targeted by divination spells. Whenever a creature is healed, it gets more healing. Nothing can pass through the ethereal plane into it.
Looks like it's fine.
Can't be dispelled, and anti-magic field has no effect.
As
Everything but teleportation magic.
she vanishes with the lady held tightly in one
Before
hand.
she goes, I would talk to her.
Oh, she pauses, drawing her circle.
What do you need from me, or what?
Oh,
what's the
nothing.
next
I'm going
steps?
to take her and wait till council gathers, and then, right, you. So, I suppose your last steps is, you need the approval of an Arch Magus, or a requisite number of Grand Magus, which I could be one of them for.
Would you do it?
Well, it requires more than just me, I'm afraid.
Sure, but then 3, right?
Right, so you, to advance to a Grand Magus, require, sorry, I can't. No, you must be appointed by at least 2 Arch Magi.
2 Arch Magi.
Yes. And normally you would need to challenge for the position, but we are, a few Grand Magus short, so,
Alright.
there is a limit of 12 of them to a
Okay.
continent, but yes. If you wish to find some Archmagi, there's only one on our continent, and she lives in the Elven Dominion. Rather reclusive, I'm not sure she would be my first choice. There are quite a number of them in Ethlindir, especially in the Sperithel Kingdom. I might recommend there's one on Darrow that I know is quite fond of new Grand Magi and is well, he'll test you, usually, but is usually a fairly easy sell if you can pass his test, and I think you're quite capable.
Alright. Do you have a circle or something?
I can't get you that close, but I can tell you the mountain he lives on.
Okay. Alright. Thank you.
You're very welcome. What are the names? Yes, I guess technically Grandmaster Raul is also an Arch Magi, but that's an honorary title. But
It wouldn't work? Or would it work?
no one's yet tried. He's a difficult man to reach.
We've met him a couple times now.
Well, good luck. I hear he's rather difficult when he wants to be. Methella is the one here on the continent.
Okay.
And then if you're going looking on Darrow, Estrella is the name of the one you're looking for.
Okay.
And then, Ethelyn, dear, I would recommend looking in with either Faye and Ben. I know him to be a decent man. And then the Red He woman is a little more difficult, but you could go looking for Samahar if you wanted.
Okay.
Other than that, the only one who comes to mind who would be worth talking to, who's not a complete snob, would be Tyth.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome. Well, I must be going before she spits out this gag. Tightens the gag in her mouth. Spits out this gag. She goes back to drawing her sigils on the ground and will vanish.
Alright.
So do I send the bill to her mansion, or
How much was it?
I don't know how much is a 5th level spell worth.
A 5th level spell regularly. Going to be lower down in equipment. A 5th level spell from a divine caster is 500 gold, although usually if the person is not of your faith, it's doubled.
Wait, about 2,000, I think.
Is that what you
Doubling
want?
again?
You want 2,000?
Yeah.
Sure. I will pay her 2,000.
Okay. You hand 2,000 gold over to Lorelei.
I don't want it from you.
Yeah, but she's not going to pay. It was my mission.
She wants the wizard able to talk.
He
I want the
technically
wizard.
completed his mission when he delivered to her. It would look a little poorly on him if she was, like, addled like that, but it's technically completed. It just doesn't look great to anybody looking into it.
Berrian would have been like, we were the ones who messed her up. I wanted her to be able to talk again. That's why I asked you to do it.
Alright,
I'll pay you if you want.
sure.
Okay, I pay her 2,000.
Okay. As the gold changes hands, and you guys are left in the temple, Laura Baker having vanished along with the Genasi woman. What would you all like to get up to? Are you planning on pursuing these wizardly recommendations immediately? Or what are people looking into next?
What do we have on our, list of things?
We have the weird brother family stuff.
I really want to find Yaikzal's dad.
Well, and Drae, is... right, Drae just got talked to about the sugar and the market stuff that he's looking to get into, so...
Okay, well, so maybe we all do some stuff on our own.
What have I done?
Oh, I was learning about religion still,
No.
and managing a whole school
Okay.
with no idea how to do so.
So you guys want to do some, general downtime stuff?
How long?
Well, I don't, we just did 2.5 years of downtime. There's
Yep.
nothing pressing pulling us right now.
Yeah, well, we're not quite out of that downtime. We're
I
not
thought
quite.
we were.
No, we haven't finished the last. There's 3 or 4 months remaining of it before
Okay.
we have finished all of your guys' people training and doing their various things. I have a few more things to bring up. I'm just wondering if anybody has a pull in a certain direction at the moment.
I do. I'd probably pop out and try to talk to some of the Arch Mages on my own, just quick with teleport.
Okay.
So.
So most of them you can get to fairly easily with teleport. There's probably going to be some uncomfortable like trips in there with mishaps and whatnot, but you will get to them. Fairly
Well, I
quickly.
can make it to Ethlindir and I can make it to Ellerin without any mishaps.
Yes, but there's still days of travel after that. So if you want to cut that down, like if you want to be out of town for the next month or two, then you can just teleport to safe places and move from there, but you will be traveling over land or over sea.
Oh, so they're not right in the...
No. You've never been to the Esperethel Kingdom. You've only been to the main city at the center of Ethlindir, which is an entire continent. And the Esperethel Kingdom takes up about a fifth of the continent.
Sure.
And then...
I take pebbles from wherever I go, but I'll spend 2 months going and doing that then.
Okay. So which Arch Magi do you want to visit?
Well, I'll just start with the one in Ellerin, see if she'll talk to me.
Okay, so she's not in Ellerin. She's quite a bit northeast of Ellerin along the coast.
Oh, sure.
But Ellerin's in the same kingdom that she's in, but the kingdom takes up...
Sure. But
Like,
we were up
good
on the
fourth of the
coast not that long ago, so...
she would be closer to... she would be closer to this wizard you just captured tower than to Ellerin, actually.
Sure, so I'll go talk to her first. I'll go talk to Raul if I can, because I can just go there.
Yeah, you can... Yeah. So...
I'll try Raul, I'll try her, and then
So
I'll
you're
go
starting with Methella, then, it sounds like.
Sure, why not?
Okay. So with a little bit of instruction and looking at map, you eventually will find yourself standing outside of a quiet tower that is far removed from any local town or anything like that. It hangs over a cliffside that looks at the sea below it. Rocky kind of sand at the bottom. You can see a couple holes in the cliff and you can hear the sounds of beasts from within. And the tower seems to have nearby like a cellar or an entrance to the sanctum below. Not a lot of windows on the tower. It's mostly just this kind of lonely thing hanging over the ocean.
Grab a pebble, put it in the pocket.
Okay. You
Walk
drop a
up.
pebble in your pocket. You knock on the door a few times. You have to knock at least 3 times before you hear, "Who is it?"
My name's Berrian Jacobson. From Alacrin.
Silence stretches
Are
into
you busy?
minutes. Yes, I'm quite busy.
Would you be willing to take a couple minutes and speak with me?
Make me a persuasion check.
Woo! Go Berrian, you're so persuasive.
1.
31.
No.
Well, that's unfortunate. How could I make it worth your while? It's a matter with the Arcanum.
More of you coming for status in the Arcanum. Very well. Bring me a Cyclops heart, and I will see you. I promise you nothing further than a conversation.
Okay. Is there a
Some
Cyclops?
freaky
Fucking
shit.
wizards, man. Bring me the eyeball of
You,
Orphan.
she would add, I believe there's one that can be found in my sanctum.
Okay. Would this be something difficult to do?
Nope.
Okay.
You can breeze through most of her sanctum, and probably get past most of the creatures in there without their notice, and assassinate a lone Cyclops and take its heart.
And just come back with like a
This is the life, man.
like a soddy bag.
The head is just disintegrated off the top.
I'll come back in like 20 minutes.
Who is it?
It's Berrian again. I have the Cyclops heart.
As you wait about a minute before the door opens, and stepping out is a fairly pretty elven woman. She looks to be getting on in years. For a human, she'd be maybe like getting into her 50s, but could pass for like 40s as well pretty easily.
So she's like 750, 800.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somewhere around there. As she steps out
Bless you.
and looks you over.
Thank you for your time. Here's your heart. Hand her the heart.
She motions beside the tower for you to set it down. She's got a kind of distracted look on her face, long black hair, which is not incredibly common for elves. And she's also got what looks like some sort of pen, like an ink device, tucked behind her ear. Well, speak then. Why should you be a Grand Magus, I assume?
That's the one. Well. They'll kind of like think a little bit, and he's like, well, there's supposed to be 12. We currently don't have 12.
There is a maximum of 12.
Sure. Thank you for the clarification. I don't know. I have some aspirations to help people with magic in ways that aren't currently being helped a lot. I feel like I've done a lot of good for magic in general in Alacran and with my college, and I don't know, hungry to learn more and hungry to help.
In what circle are you, Berrian?
I believe I'm... Is there 6 total?
There's 6 total, so
I'm
you'd be
5th.
And how old are you?
120... What are we?
Yeah, you guys are like 122-ish. I could look exactly.
Sure.
Your birthday,
Oh, you know, after a while.
or birth year,
Just add up.
was 205, and it's 307.
So we're 120, 122, right?
You'd be 102.
Oh, okay. 102.
So you're hero born then.
I've been hearing that term a lot. Still don't know what it means, but sure.
Then I will not endorse you. We don't need more hero born trying to teach their brand of magic.
And there's something different about our brand of magic than...
It comes quickly and without foundation. Not something most can replicate, but you are ill-equipped.
Okay. Humor me this. Would you be willing to test my foundation? You don't have to, but like...
Cast your most impressive spell.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm gonna look out to the sea and be like, do you have any place fond to you?
I enjoy the view from my tower. That's why I built it here.
Okay. Do I know like the world tree or like that huge tree
Yeah.
in Ethlindir?
Yeah, you've seen it.
Okay, I make it with hallucinatory terrain.
It is much bigger than hallucinatory terrain can
I
cover.
make a chunk of it.
Okay, yeah, you can
A
make
mile
like
squared.
yeah, you can make like one of the smaller routes that like extends into the
Yeah.
city.
I make it so that it's like touching up onto the edge right by our house and goes out into the sea, and I turn the sea into a huge...
Okay, as a massive gnarled root
Some
extends,
squirrel just like, what the fuck?
filling the mile area of your spell. You can see the base of the trunk where it would reach before you run out of distance with your
I
spell.
found it.
As extending
Heaven.
over the sea from her home is a root of the mother tree in Ethlindir.
I'll show you some sick circle magic, but none of it is effective at this point in time.
Very well. Now, I want you to cast it again. But this time you can only say half the words.
Sure. I get rid of this one. I dispel it. If you want me to roll, I will, or whatever.
No.
Okay. I'm going to turn. I'm going to look her dead in the eyes without even looking. I'm going to change it. I'm going to make... I'm going to make the Alacran Palace. And I'm going to do it subtly. With no words, no material, no nothing.
You're not a very good student.
Oh, sorry. She won't look at half the words?
Yes, and without the cheap sorcery tricks.
Okay, Claire, what do you want me to do? How do you want me to do that? You want
Cast
to
the
roll?
spell, use half the words.
Out of character.
This is not something you're capable of.
Well, there's no mechanics for this in the game.
None but long study.
Sure, I'm unable to do that.
Well, then there you have the difference. What took you... How long have you known Fifth Circle spells?
You'll have to tell me that, I don't know.
A couple years.
Yeah, like 2 years or so now. Took me about 20 years to learn those.
Okay.
And granted, it takes quite a bit longer to get to the level you're at. But there's a foundation that comes with it, doing it the slow way. A foundation that can be passed on to others.
Okay, and you don't think I'm capable of learning or passing or building or growing people?
When you've proven yourself more than someone
I'm
taking
also-
the quick way, please return. We can
I'm like,
have a
you're-
second conversation.
You're an elf, and I'm going to mention the name of the guy, the old blade singer. Do you recognize that name?
Which blade singer are you talking about?
The one who had my blade before me.
Oh, okay. Where did I put the blade's history?
Your mom.
It's your mom. Because this is one I would like to have the name.
Ow! Why have you done this?
Why is there a scroll up there?
Jesus.
I don't hate it.
Reminds me of my youth.
I don't remember where the... Do you have the history written down?
Suction cup on one end's
But
really
we'll just pretend we
handy.
know the
Okay,
names.
you say the name.
I rattle off a few of them. Do you recognize any of these names?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I'm going to pull out my sword. They're all blade singers from times of old. I'm the most recent inheritor of the blade. A blade singer
Congratulations.
on myself. I don't know if that... It's a new spin in magic that I bring back to the Arcanum.
Well, very impressive.
Someone's a hard ass.
All right. Do I get the vibe that this is it?
Yeah, Mathella seems once she decided that you were a hero born, she closed off.
Sure.
So she's hero-sist.
All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Oh my god.
Going to see Grandmaster.
Okay.
I will.
So you're teleporting to the to Girhammer?
Sure. Like I'm taking my time. Like I have 2 months to do this stuff.
So are you traveling there by foot, or are you teleporting there? What are you doing?
I
The wizard.
teleport there. Yes.
Okay. As the spell fails, you start casting the spell next to her.
Well, no. I go to the gate. The end where we entered before.
As the spell fails, you feel something at the other end of your destination seem to cut off your spell before it can be cast.
They're tired of us.
Okay. So I spend time casting it
I like
farther and farther
Girhammer.
away.
Okay. How
like
far are you
your
going
hammer.
for your next
Well,
one?
just tell me how far I have to go to be.
Well, it really
Scissors of
depends
lesson.
how many times you can cast the spell.
I have 20 days.
Sure. Yeah, if you want to do this over another day,
Or I
you
have 2 months. I have lots of time.
try to cast the spell. Mathella doesn't even seem to notice its failure. She's picking up this heart and dragging it into her tower, but you...
Well, I would just walk away from her. I'm
Yeah,
gone.
you walk away from there. So you will need to be fully... there's a spot where the path into the mountain, like, widens. That's, like, half a mile from the gate. And until you try to teleport there, you will be stopped each time.
Okay, sure. So that's where I go then. And then walk my way on.
As you walk towards the gate, you find the towering gates, the walls spreading across, all of this under the mountain, with the ceiling arching above. You can see the buildings behind the great wall that connect to the ceiling in spots and tower above the rest of this underground city of Sanctuary. The gate guards give you a hard look.
Hello.
Traveler,
How are you doing?
I'm well. What brings you to the gates of Girhammer?
I was wondering if I could see Master Raul.
Hardly. Do you have papers to enter?
We had papers before,
Yes, you do.
so I do have papers to enter.
He looks with surprise as you pull out a scroll that you haven't used for a time. And he rolls it up and reads over it. Right, you may enter. I can't promise you anything with Raul, you're on your own for that. But the city stands open to you.
Thank you. Go in.
Okay, you head in. You can see what looks like a courier come out of the Barbican and kind of run ahead of you into the city.
Okay.
Seems somebody's being informed of your arrival.
All right. I head for the boat.
Okay, you make your way towards the center of the city, where you find the towering frigate that takes up an entire square of the city, on blocks in the middle of this underground city. No wheels or anything to it, just this seagoing vessel built here in the midst of the city.
It's like a ship in a bottle.
A ship in an underground dwarven city, yeah. As the sights and sounds of Sanctuary abound, the different lights flickering from the multi-storied homes here, the dwarves moving about the many levels of the city, and you picking your way through. You haven't spent much time here, so there's not a lot of familiar faces, but you find yourself here at one of the attractions in the city, Raul's frigate.
I go in.
He's not here. This is something he built and leaves on display.
Talk to somebody.
Okay, you start asking around, or you just asking for where Raul can be found?
Sure, if there's anybody who would know anything.
Oh, he's got a manor. Over on the low end of the city. It takes up quite a bit of space, but I doubt you'll get in. He never sees anybody.
Okay, well, it's worth a try.
Sure.
Can I send a message to him?
Yeah, you could, with sending.
Madam?
Sure, sending. So, hello, Grandmaster Raul. It's Berrian Jacobson. We fought the Shadow Dragon with you. Or no, did we fight the Shadow? No.
He chased the Shadow Dragon off of you guys when you were running
was
from it.
not happy with that.
No, what were we doing when we were doing that?
We were
You
getting
guys were retrieving an orb from the Shadow Dragon.
The wooden orb.
to appease the
Someone
spider
from
people.
the undercourts.
Oh, yeah.
And the Shadow Dragon chased after you, and he stopped it before it could endanger the city.
Hello, Grandmaster. It's Berrian Jacobson from Alachrin. I was wondering if you would be willing to meet with me. Thank you for your time.
Okay. Roll me a luck die.
This is a
6.
6.
You hear, "Hello, you've reached Grandmaster Raul. I'm afraid I get too many of these to respond, and I have tethered them. Please find an invitation the usual way, or shove off."
Is this Berrian gets rejected day?
How do you get an invitation in this town? I'd ask one of the ladies.
Oh, well, like I said, Grandmaster Raul doesn't really see anybody.
Great, that's not the answer I'm looking for. If one was to get an invitation, how would one go about it?
I mean, the usual way is, it's usually craftsmen who leave gifts and a letter hoping for a meeting with him, some of their best work hoping to impress him. That's the most of what I've seen. I suppose you could go to the council and see if they would compel him to meet you, but he doesn't really treat them with much respect either.
All right, thank you very much. I just go to this banner.
Okay, you make your way to what is a well-guarded manor. You can see it's in the lower part of the town. Most of the buildings are poor here. A couple of them have been knocked together into a compound of buildings. A wall has been set around it, and you can see all manner of like small-scale siege weaponry, manned by a mix of golems and dwarves that seem to watch this perimeter. There's a big sign across the double front doors in this like sharp script, "No visitors." And you can see piled around the edges of the door are a number of different works. There is a fine-looking blade there with a note like kind of taped to it. There's some sort of mechanical contraption with wheels on it that has a scroll like poked into one of the gears. There's just a smattering of like gifts left out front of the door.
Do I get an idea if I'm wasting my time?
You could potentially get an audience with Grandmaster Raul. He is difficult to get an audience with, and you will need to be quite clever. Grandmaster Raul is one of the most famous people on the continent, the most famous craftsman, and many, many people want to either learn from him or meet with him. Like, people coming to try to meet with Grandmaster Raul are literally a dime a dozen.
Okay.
And he's a very private man, so he has made it very difficult for people to meet with him.
Sure. I have no stuff or ins right now.
The only kind of contact that you have here, in Girhammer is, I know his last name's Twiceborn.
I also have the guy through, Bulwark that we met, the Blue Hammers.
Yeah, so, there is the Blue Hammer gentleman in Alacran, who you guys talked to, who you didn't get on terribly well with.
There was a
Does
Blue Hammer
not
guy
like-
in Sanctuary that we met as well.
So you talked to one of his agents,
That's a dick. He was also a
what's his name?
It'd be really funny if him and Yaikzal ended up the enemies to lovers.
Why do you want to fuck everybody? Is he your Earth?
Here we are. Thorin Twiceborn was the dwarf who showed you guys around
First the
the
water,
city,
then
who
the rock.
was not a Blue Hammer himself, but was working under the auspices of the other one. You also worked with Thraker, who was a dwarven engineer hired by Bulwark.
Okay. Well, I'll talk to Thraker and I'll talk to whatever, the other guy, and see if there's anything I can
Okay.
do.
Thraker appears to be out mining when you find his engineering group, but you do manage to find Thorin Twiceborn, who you kind of ask around for a bit, and people give you an odd look, but eventually you find yourself sitting at a quiet tavern with Thorin sitting across from you.
Hello.
Hello.
Long time no see.
It's been a while.
Yeah, how have you been?
Business as usual.
That's good. Well, I'm not here to ruin your day or anything this time, so...
You didn't last time. Breaking you out of prison was a good bit of fun.
Yeah, that helped. I'm trying to see Raul,
Oh.
and I don't have any ins.
We go get a shadow dragon.
But,
Assault the town again.
If, I was wondering if maybe you had any, shot in the dark.
I
Other than
happen
me
to
breaking
know
into his house, and
that is a supremely poor idea.
that's why I'm here.
I have one idea.
Sure.
It hasn't been tested, but it fancies me quite a bit. I'm not going to give it to you for free. It's genius.
Maybe a price.
Considering our friendship, make it 1,500.
Without hesitation.
You drop the bag of gold. Everybody wants to meet Raul. Everybody wants to be tutored by Raul.
I've been told I want
There's
none
nothing
of those things.
Raul likes less than being met. I happen to know of a particular noble who very much wants his son tutored by Raul and has been throwing his weight around, however ineffectually, to make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have a shot in hell, but he's making a nuisance of himself. Perhaps if you convinced him to stop,
Okay.
you'd have done a favor for Raul. He's known to repay favors. But then again, he's not outwardly said anything for somebody to make him stop. I just happen to know that it would be a sore point for him.
Why not?
Could be a chance.
Alright, what's his name? Where is he at?
Well, good news for you. They already hate you. He's a Blackhammer.
Oh, great. So that makes... Okay, wonderful.
You can find his home in the Midworks. He, well, it's reasonably well guarded.
Okay.
Your, person to convince is one Horriver Blackhammer.
Alright. I'll go try it out.
Right. Well, I'll show you to his house at least.
Horrible.
Alright.
I've already met her.
As he leads you through the streets until you get to a rather condensed area of this place called the Midworks. There's a lot of like sloping buildings going overhead. You're crouching quite a bit and stooping through these staircases that frequently go down and then up in almost tunnels of alleys that seem to have buildings built into and around them, until he gets out of this and you're just kind of on the edge of it, where the buildings start to take a turn for the larger and for the nicer. And there is this thin, almost reed of a building that looks like uncomfortably tight rooms, but it extends up taller than the rest and connects to the ceiling of Girhammer above. And on the bottom is a single door in a room probably, you would guess, about big enough for a staircase.
Right.
That's the place. All of the real action is up above the ceiling. He
Right.
lives here. What's your plan?
Try to talk to him. I'd rather not just... I don't know.
Are you going to threaten him?
No, I thought I'd try to appeal to his niceties, but like, you can't really threaten someone that hates you. They'll just hate you more.
Maybe kick you out of the city?
Sure.
Well, whatever it is, it's going to have to be as valuable as his son getting an apprenticeship under the greatest craftsman on the continent. So, let me know when you need me. I'll be at the bar. Pats you on the shoulder and moseys down the alley.
What a useless guy. He gave you an impossible quest and left.
Yeah.
After charging you for it.
Yeah. He gave you. He gave you an idea and left you at the gate.
I mean, Berrian's a 5th circle wizard. He can procure some value here or there for someone. It is not an impossible quest.
I'll walk up.
Okay, you step up to the door. You can see embossed above it is a black hammer crossed with another. And you knock a few times on the door. It's opened by what appears to be a guard on the inside. You can see the one-handed warhammer hanging on his waist as he looks you over.
Oh, did we not boys hydrate?
Oh, did we miss a boys hydrate? Ah!
I've hydrated like 3 times.
Hive Tyrant.
No, I thought
After you test his foundation, check his mascara. Did he say flash? I don't get it. What did I miss?
Oh, he said be back in a flash.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Mike says, I know I'm getting into this halfway, but I'm already liking this story. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy.
Thank you.
And then, yeah, a boys hydrate. Please leave a message after the scream. Ah! And then, the boys look very thirsty. Yes, sorry, you're right.
I thought he was threatening to, and I was like,
Oh, that was my air tube. Oh. Hive Tyrant assassinating me.
You know what? This is a good time to take our break.
Yeah, it's 8:02. So, we will come back with you negotiating with the Blackhammer Guard, a family that has no love for the Jacobson brothers.
that was so long ago.
So long ago. And the dwarves forget everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll be right back. We're going to take a 10-15 minute break. We're going to run a 1-minute ad, so stick around for that. Easy way to support us. And then we will be right back with the rest of the show. Until then, enjoy Runa's lovely slideshow of her art.
We still need to update it.
I know! Bye. Hello, welcome back. You don't know, but I got him to start early because he thought I was going to do the, half countdown again, but I actually counted down properly, so...
Well, no, I just have to make noise, and you have a hard cut.
I just need to hold it next time until you run out of breath.
Yeah.
And then slam play.
Yeah.
We'll start into the...
Welcome back, folks. We're here. We left off with Berrian just at the doorway to a Blackhammer household in the Undermountain city of the dwarves sanctuary. I realized while we were gone that everybody had committed to going back and pulling a sword from the stone, whether they had to break it out by force or otherwise. And we forgot to go back and do that, which is something I think the party would have remembered.
Oh, we did
Yeah.
that already.
Forget about this water lady. I want a sword.
I want a sword so bad.
Come on, let's go.
Sorry.
The underwater sword that you guys tried to pull that said you were unworthy, everyone said after we get this water bitch, we're coming back to break this out of the stone.
Alright, you guys go ahead. I'll just make sure she doesn't die.
Yeah. Canon. Lorelai's just like.
As you guys make your way through the various dangers here, pulling past the haunting song of the siren, getting through the jellies, occasionally having to get through the jellies as you get pulled back by the song, and then teleporting and swimming through the wires once again. You guys come singed worse than when you left, and without your healing magic at your side.
I haven't long rested yet, so I could actually take the damage because I'm still...
I long rested. I'm screwed.
That's all right. I'm not worrying about it too much. As you guys find yourself back in the small chamber, all but Lorelei there, as the stone still sits, the fine blade rising out of it, the hilt there, inert.
It's alright. Blanket's comfy.
Alright, I have an idea.
You're saying my sweaters are not comfortable?
No, I'm saying the blanket's comfy.
I cast Reduce on the sword. Enlarge Reduce.
Okay, as you
Clever.
watch the sword shrink, there's a great crackling noise from inside as it unseats from something, and it leans slightly and lower down in the rock there.
Somebody grab it!
I didn't
Dibs.
grab it.
Okay, you
Yes,
grab
it's
it.
there.
Roll initiative.
Make me a Constitution saving throw. Whoever does end up grabbing it.
I win!
Make me a con save as you hear you are unworthy.
13.
As you go to pull, as you get shocked at taking 27
And
damage
it's
and
still stuck.
pulling your hands off. She doesn't get to pull. She gets lightninged off and has to let go. Failed con save equals you
Can
turn
I-
into a lich.
How heavy is it?
I
A
don't know,
longsword is
nobody's-
normally 4 pounds.
Nobody's managed to
I can-
pull on it.
Does it weigh more than 500 pounds?
No.
Okay, yeah, I cast levitate,
Okay.
and a loose object can.
Yeah. As you cast levitate, you have levitate?
I don't have telekinesis, but I have levitate.
Oh, levitate. As you watch the now smaller sword rise up, and then stop.
Like not all the way out.
Not all the way out.
Can
It comes a little bit up and then stops in the stone.
All right. No, see, you gotta hold on to it. It's the thing. I'm gonna try.
Make me a Constitution saving throw to try to keep your grip on the sword long
Can
enough
I,
to
like,
pull.
punch the rock? Can I try to break the rock?
18.
It's pretty sturdy. It's going to take some work. Okay, you also take 27 damage, but pull, and you feel it hit something solid as something solid arrests your progress. But it's still loose in there, and then you finally let go.
All right, it's stuck on bullshit.
Can we see what it's arrested on? It's small, like it's a quarter of its size.
No, you cannot see what... There's something dark inside this hole that seems to be stopping it.
Can I
Dibs
throw
out.
icicles at it?
You're, like, punching at the stone. It's going to take a lot of punches.
Can
to
I
break
Can
just,
it.
I
like,
see if
spin
I
it?
roll any nat 20s?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I just
Roll
reach
5.
my mage hand in there and let's go like tick 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 tick, and try and like
your
wiggle stuff around and see
mage
if I can
hand?
move anything?
Goes down and nothing
No,
moving.
no net
Like,
20s.
if you drop the levitate, yeah, something will move around under there and the sword will kind of move about a little bit. But the mage hand, like, very little. The mage hand is struggling to move it at all. It can kind of just get it to rattle side to side.
Yeah.
but it can't
Well,
lift
I'm
it.
not trying to move the sword. I'm trying to move whatever is
Oh,
under.
yeah,
like-
nothing moves then.
Okay.
Reach down with mage hand in there.
Nope.
Get
Can I,
any
like-
nat 20s?
No.
Yeah, so Yaikzal's punching away. You can see her wearing away at the stone, but it's going to take probably a few hours of
Can I
monk
look into
punches.
the hole?
Yeah?
Sure, with light.
Yeah, you cast light and you look down, and there is something like shining down there that the sword seems to be connected to that doesn't fit through the hole of the sword blade.
Dispel magic.
Okay, you cast Dispel Magic.
Nothing.
Nothing changes, except the sword grows back to size.
Dispel magic
It's
is...
not
No, I
concentration.
know. He can target what it is. I
Okay.
just thought it would be funny if he dispelled his own spell out. But yeah, no, Dispel Magic seems to
So,
have no
like,
effect.
because it's like a dagger size right now. So clearly, like, it would pull...
Well, no, it was a longsword.
yes, which it goes down to a quarter or an eighth of its size. Or at least half.
Yeah, which a longsword halved is
Well, let me take a look.
a short sword at best.
Which is-
Reduced. The target size is halved in all dimensions. So,
So halved in width, halved in length.
yeah.
So
So
it's
it would be a
basically
thin short sword.
sure. So it still would, if there wasn't something else holding it, it would slide out.
Correct.
Okay.
Are you willing to spend the few hours breaking into the stone with your bare fists?
Yeah. Her fists were so bloody by the end of it.
How long
Yeah,
does
you
water
are
breathing last? It's
24
I
hours.
am gonna
Okay,
take
we're
damage
fine.
for this.
Bloodied. Yeah,
I
appropriate.
refuse.
As Lorelei is sitting like an hour in, like, what the fuck? Probably able to piece together that they're trying to break the stone
I
out
am
by force.
sending
At this
to
point.
just
Yeah.
like
How many hours?
At least 2.
Can
we
I
help?
Yeah, you guys can help. I
have
was
a lot-
assuming you guys are helping.
Yeah, I have a lot of strength.
That's 3
and
hours
an
with help.
unbreakable dagger that deserves it.
Stabbing into this. As eventually you guys, piece by piece, are like pulling off chunks of this stone as you manage to crack it. Yaikzal with
I take
bloodied,
27
ripped
damage.
knuckles, scales like peeling off of the back of your fist as eventually you break through to the last one.
So you know how we've been taking 27 damage? I took 27 damage.
As you guys pull back the last shattered piece of stone and reveal underneath a wire coming through the stone, connecting to a massive iron lump that is part of the sword. It's like a hammer on the end of this. As you guys look and you can see below, like where you'd be able to see, the veneer of fine swordsmanship disappears entirely. There's no blade to it left, as this is a fake sword.
It's a trick to get people
Put
to
into the bottom with a weight at the end and connected to electricity. A little bit of detect magic reveals the magic mouth spell nearby, triggered to go off and say you are not worthy whenever someone touches the sword.
What's this bullshit?
I'm still keeping it.
Can I mage hand the wire off of the sword?
It's like
Hammer?
soldered to it, but you guys can kick it off with something.
I'm taking the sword. I don't
No!
know.
As
No,
Yaikzal's
okay.
already pulled it up and is holding
more.
blood just spreading from her knuckles underwater.
Okay, we have to roll.
Do I get to add my strength modifier
No,
to this?
of course
some more?
not.
Okay, bloody hand McGee.
Ugh. Okay.
Okay, so is this weapon
win
a
the thumb
sword
war.
or a hammer or a...
None of the above. It's a trap.
Can it be used as a weapon?
Not effectively.
Improvised
You know
weapon.
what
I-
this?
D4.
I'm challenging Drae to a fight for it.
All right,
Yeah, we're
all right,
gonna have a full-on
all right,
1v1.
all right, but no darkness.
No, I'm gonna do what I want. I want this sword.
No, then no deal. I want it fair and square.
No, are you too pussy?
Mhm.
You are.
No, well,
Well, I'll go around. Hey, Proudfoot, so she's gonna leave.
you just want to cheat. No fun.
And she's already off.
She's out in the wires yelling, Dre's a pussy! Tell everyone!
Can't wait to tell Big Red.
All right. Well,
Drae clutches his prize. Yeah, if you, like, above water, like, were to swing this thing, it would probably just, like, bend and ruin the sword pretty quickly.
All right.
into the bag.
As...
Oh, by the way, when we get back, she is gonna go around. In her bar, it's gonna be like, want a sword from Drae? Don't use darkness. It's just like a sign. She's not gonna go around saying anything, but like by the
You write on a sign, want a sword from Drae, don't use darkness, and people are looking like, what the f...
Just too afraid to fight me straight up. That's fine. I get
A
it.
new version.
There's a bakery with a little black sign, too afraid to fight me straight up, I guess. The business wars!
The sides just like get bigger and bigger as you tack on.
A new rendition of songs break out through the bar district.
Yeah.
The Pussy of Alacrin.
I like this one.
Hive says, aha! The legendary sword named Red Herring. Yeah. No, it's literally a trap that makes you, like, trap yourself. As we come back to the Dwarven City. You standing at the door of the guard,
Horvath?
looking at you.
Horriver.
I'm pretty sure it's Horvath or
Horriver.
Yeah, make a horriver.
Can I see Horver?
He looks you up and down. You're not the usual sort to see Horriver.
No. But I've got a proposal for him.
Make me a persuasion check.
16.
15.
I'll send word up and see if he wants to meet you. What name should I give him?
Berrian?
Eyes widen a little. Right. As he turns towards a tube built into the wall, you see him speak into it.
You can let him know I have a proposal. Is it his son?
Yeah, it's Horriver's son.
Puzzle for her? Son?
His son.
Oh. for his son's tutelage.
He lifts a flap. There's a Berrian here to see Master Horriver. He has a proposal for his son's tutelage. And there's a bit of a pause until you see the cap lifts itself by some own power, and you hear, "Send him up."
All right.
As you find yourself crouching in a spiral staircase that eventually widens as you go up into like a couple of small floors until you get what must be above the ceiling line of the city into the actual like roof that covers over the entire city, where things start to spread out up here. And there's much larger rooms and hallways extending through. And up there you find a gnomish woman standing waiting. She looks around. "Well, follow me then. Horrible will see you." She will lead you over to what appears to be an office. And as you enter, you can see a... kind of in the prime of his youth, like in his early 30s, probably a dwarf, by human standards at least. He has a slicked down mustache that seems well taken care of, into this beard that just falls perfectly straight, the wiry hair having been well combed and greased down. The eyebrows have little curls along the side, and he looks at you over what appears to be a rather nice pair of gold-rimmed spectacles.
Hello?
Didn't expect a visit from Berrian.
No. But I'm here.
The door, please.
All right, shut the door.
Sit.
I'll ask him. I'll be like, are you a wine drinker?
I'm not.
All right.
You're not well liked here, Berrian. At least not in this family.
No.
I haven't crossed paths with you personally, but we've caused some trouble for people above my head.
Sure. You know how sometimes it's easy to cross paths with people and cause trouble in this city?
They say enemies always meet on narrow paths.
True. I've been told that you're trying to get tutelage for your son.
What have you heard exactly?
You're looking to have Raul teach him?
Aye, I've been saber rattling for it.
What would you like him to learn?
Well, all the fine dwarvish shorts. Make things with his hand, and if he's lucky, with his magic.
Well, I'm not the craftsman that Raul is, but I had a proposal for you. I'd be willing to teach your son in magic. For a favor.
I've heard you're a rather capable caster.
Sure. Been told that. I'm part of the Arcanum. I don't know if that has any legitimacy.
Not here.
Not here, sure. Could give you a show of skill if that's needed, or
I've heard enough about your power to be suitably impressed.
so I'd be willing to do this free of charge. He wouldn't have to, obviously he'd have to either come to Lochran for a time, or I could come and do some private tutoring occasionally. It wouldn't be as frequent if he was staying in the city.
And what's your goal here? Trying to mend fences with the Blackhammers?
I don't have a lot of connections in the city, and I need to talk to Raul for an important matter. And,
Well, I obviously can't get you an audience.
no. But I thought, I don't know, maybe, I've been told by some others maybe a show of faith in the city would, maybe catch his eye.
I don't think you got a chance in the Seven Hells.
Well, then this would be
But
a
if
really...
it benefits me, all right.
So, my only thing is, do you think you could maybe quit the saber rattling for a while?
Give up on it.
Sure. See how he does. See, with the magic, with my tutelage, and maybe...
Alright, fine. Say I do it.
Sure.
You come here. Twice a month. Under guise. I don't need anybody here and I'm having dealings with Berrian Jacobson.
Could be a good thing in the future. I don't know.
Well, it's not the future and it's not a good thing now.
Sure. Who would you like me to come as?
I don't care who you come as. But when you do, give him this at the door. As he's gonna reach, rifle through his desk, pull out a slip of paper and scrawl across it and roll it and put it in your hand.
Okay. I'll grab it. I'll give him a little card that says Hafan Lathier, Traveler, Storyteller, and Magician. This will be hero coming to tutor your son.
I'll put in with the gate that he has permission to travel directly to my tower and out.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, and thanks for like just putting a dagger in my back or something like that. That's appreciated too.
Got more sense than that.
Well, it's nice to see that someone does. So.
The dwarf are a sensible lot, if drink isn't involved.
True.
Right then.
What would
Well,
you...
I'm gonna have to throw you out now.
Okay. All right. I get up.
Guards! As a couple people come around the door. Get this bootlicker out of my tower. As they're gonna get on either side of you and look, if you'll follow us.
I follow them.
As they'll take you down and not politely like push you out the bottom of the tower. Not enough to like throw your stride, but enough that you have to take like a stumble.
Okay. And this-
Door slams.
Thank you, gentlemen.
You're talking to empty air at this point.
All right.
As back in Alachrin, Yaikzal, you're at home. You've just come back from a trip out to the market, and Big Red was sleeping in when you left. But as you come back, you hear a bit of a commotion. Not really a commotion, but a bit of noise coming from Tyth's room.
I'm gonna go up sneakily and like
Roll
just
me
try
a
to
stealth
listen in.
check.
I didn't roll. That wasn't a roll. It wasn't me dropping it. Oh my god. 17.
That is enough to get past Big Red, ever the watchful ogre.
Rolled a natural 6.
As you creep up the edge of the stairs, taking care to avoid any of the spots that might creak or crumble, and listen around the corner to, no, like, come on, like this. Do it like this. Come on. Do it like that. You can do it. Come on.
Cute. So I'm gonna peek in. Not like...
Peek over, and you can see Big Red hanging over Tyth, who's playing with a couple of blocks, and Big Red's arms are going red, and then losing the glow, and then going red,
Is that...
and then losing the glow, as he is adding heat to his body and taking it away and like showing, come on, you can do it, we've got to teach you not to burn Mom.
Oh, that's so cute.
Big Red is like sitting cross-legged in front of Tyth, looming over him, trying to keep his attention to the kid who's just happily playing away with his blocks, not at all paying attention to his father, who's trying to teach him the intricacies of controlling his heat.
I'm pretty sure he'd notice her eventually, but she's just gonna watch, like, play very amused. Like, it went from where she's, like, kind of leaning against the door frame now, just, like, smiling.
Watching. He's quite, like, a retrovision. You see him getting more and more frustrated. Like, oh! Starts slow. Oh, good, okay. Now, no. Oh, he picks up the baby and does it. Ah!
Oh, sorry.
When did you get back?
Like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, his blocks scared them or something. He's bouncing the now crying Tyth, who's starting to glow a bit.
Scary blocks. I'm just gonna walk in and like go kneel next to
You're
him.
gonna kneel careful. He's crying. He's not that hot. You can handle him at this point.
Yeah.
He's in a light cry at this point.
This is a good push. She's gonna try to calm him down too.
Patting him. You wipe some of the tears and you see him starting to calm down. You're getting it. I mean, yeah, good. You got them to.
Get what?
to calm down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's he been?
Good, yeah, just playing with his blocks or something. I don't know, I haven't really been paying attention.
You've been...
Not like, bad, like I'm making sure he doesn't
Oh.
get hurt.
Yeah.
Someone should
Does
be...
he have a favorite
I keep trying to get him to play with the hammer, but...
It takes time.
Yeah, sure.
You told me yourself that he just has to do it himself.
Yeah, but sometimes, you know. My grandfather, they say, very young, grabbed his first hammer.
I mean, he's not just ogre, though.
Sure. Yeah, there are the little, as he like squeezes the little nubs of horns peeking through the hair on the top of his red
Sure,
skull.
he'll pick up that.
Yes, soon.
Or
Very
a sword.
soon. Yeah.
Is there...
Oh, no.
She
well,
has
okay.
put, like, little toy swords in there.
Yeah, sure. As you can see, they've been, like, kicked to the
Yeah.
side of the room with the hammer, like, left out, like, in the prime play area. It's right beside his stack of blocks, and all the swords have been kind of quietly moved to the edge of the room. Yeah, I mean, swords eventually is a good idea. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess here, hands you I got stuff to do, so you watch him.
So basically,
Start stepping out the door, and you hear behind, like, he'll get it. Just quietly under his breath.
She's like holding her kid, and just like, he is so cute. Talking about Big Red.
Yeah.
Your father, very cute. She's
Reaches for your nose.
She's just gonna play with them.
Playing with the little baby, like playing with the rings in your horns and whatnot.
She's replaced the expensive ones with like rubber ones.
The ones near the top, yeah.
The ones that he can get at.
Yeah, he's
she is
just
replaced.
chewing on a couple of the rings up there.
You know how her horns normally have all the rings? They look a little barren sometimes. She doesn't have nearly as much jewelry. Her earrings have, like, she has like 2 earrings in. And, like, she's had tiny little studs. Like, normally she has hanging things.
You dressed down recently until he gets a little less grabby with
probably
things.
because Lazuli took all of it. Yeah. I know what's going on here.
Yeah, you do. You understand. And she's just gonna spend the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spend the day playing with Tyth and having fun. You eventually get a letter from Mistress Sarah. My dear Yaikzal, I would like to meet with you sometime soon. If you can make your way to the King's Retreat.
I'm free now. She'll pick up time.
Pick up Tyth, go walking, you find yourself at the docks. The guards very quickly will row you out to the floating, the floating home, second home for the king, out on the water. As you find yourself at the end of the long hall, the chambers of the concubines around, until you find yourself outside Mistress Sarah's room, who looks over and smiles. Ah, my girl, come in, please.
I got your letter.
Good. I'm glad it arrived safely. Very easy to get them sent to the inner run. Better than dropping them at bars here or there.
Yeah, I guess. Do you want the door closed, or is this
Yes, please.
Okay, she'll close it.
How are you and your boy?
Good. Big Red's been very cute. He has been, like, trying to teach Tyth not to burn me whenever he gets upset.
This is something that should be started early.
And it's very cute.
I did not know this was an issue.
Well, it
Should I
doesn't-
send a tutor?
No, it's nothing crazy. Like, I'm used to it, but Big Red's been, like, trying to show him how to slow down the fire and, like, the heat and, like, put it down whenever I'm home.
I see.
Yeah, there's...
Well, I have a somewhat important matter to discuss.
Okay.
I understand you visit the palace time to time. I need something delivered quietly there.
Sure,
Something no one will know you delivered.
sure.
Good.
To who?
I must stress that you should not be caught dropping it there. And if you are, well, you certainly did not receive it from me.
Okay. Do you have any, like, little areas I should enter through?
Yes. If you can get it as near as possible to the royal quarters.
Just put it somewhere?
Perhaps an adjacent hallway. I do not need you to break all the way in there. The fences are formidable, but somewhere along the path to it. Somewhere it will be discovered, but not too quickly.
Am I delivering like a death threat?
No. No such thing.
So nothing that'll get me like under.
Well, if you are found with it, trouble will certainly follow. But I would not put you at risk of beheading or some such.
Okay. Sure. And I'll find out some reason to go to the palace.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah. What am I looking to drop off?
It is fairly simple. As she will reach behind her and pull up a wooden box, and you can see it's been wound tightly with gold thread by the looks of it, like kind of like figure eight wrapped up and down and tied. Don't open it.
Okay.
She passes it over to you.
Well, how have you been?
I have been well, yes.
How's your son?
He is good as well, yes. Although I wish his father would visit him more. But we all have things we wish for that will not happen anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
But perhaps in the near future, he will gain his father's eye.
Hopefully, has he been? What did Sarah get for her kid at the auction?
Sarah purchased what was apparently an item to control a flying city. The flying city is long lost to time, but this is purportedly the thing to power it and control it.
The keystone.
How's the flying city thing?
Oh, I did not know you had heard about this.
Yeah.
Yes, well, the search is ongoing, but quiet. Please keep to yourself as much as possible.
Should
We are not the only ones looking.
if you find it, you should let me know.
Of course.
Love to shop tight.
You'll be the second to know.
Thanks. Well, this is everything 'cause I gotta go put him down for a nap.
If you wish to stay longer, you may borrow one of the cribs here. We have many.
Sure, and we can just talk.
Yes, perhaps over drinks.
Yeah.
I will get the drinks. If you go wander that way, Celestia has a spot for children at the moment that hers have outgrown.
Okay, sure.
As you wander around kind of looking for Celestia, and if you ask a few people, you'll be led over to a room that's not terribly far from Mistress Sarah's room. And yeah, there's a few quite wide, like, cribs with rounded sides that come up, and comfortable pillows across them, and you see a rather pretty human woman inside it, dusky skin from the Socoran desert.
Hello. Oh, she's like peeking.
Hello.
I was told you had cribs.
Yes, please, make use of them.
I'm in with
You make your way over and put the kid down, and she smiles at you. And you can see sitting not too far from her, like drawing away as a kid, like with a few years on Tyth, maybe like 6 or 7 years old, who's just drawing away at some paper on a desk.
Let me know if he does. Don't touch him if he's crying.
Very well, I will defer to your wishes.
He hurts.
Oh.
Lava ogre.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So
Very well.
you let me know.
Of course.
No.
A pleasure.
She'll-
And she'll blow you a kiss as you go. As you find yourself pretty soon sitting across from Lazuli, who has a sort of like peach wine that she's brought out and poured for you guys.
Yum.
As you guys are sipping away. Yeah, it's fairly sweet, but there's definitely like the burn of alcohol that comes with it.
It's Yaikzal's favorite part.
Yeah. You're meant to sip at it. You probably drink quite a bit faster than
Yeah, Sarah's
than
like,
Mr. Sarah.
and she like,
She
next
takes
one.
little sips. Good.
Yeah.
Yes, quite. I'm glad you enjoy. She manages to cover up the look of surprise pretty quickly, as you just enjoy an afternoon chatting with Sarah before you're called away by Celestia, as Tyth has begun to cry, and you decide to make your exit as you're bouncing and trying to cheer him up.
And before she leaves, she's like, okay, I have to go. Don't tell Azuli that I came and hung out because I don't want to deal with it.
I have not spoken to Lazuli.
I know, I just, like, if it comes up, I wasn't here.
Very well.
Like how I wasn't at the palace.
Clandestine, like our past.
Great.
Goodbye, dear. She'll rub your head a bit as you make your way out.
Hug her.
Yeah, she'll return the hug back.
Bye.
As you make your way out and back home, Berrian, do you want to roll the die or shall I?
Oh, for what?
For how well your plan pans out.
Sure, I'll roll the die.
All right, go ahead and roll me a die.
3.
All right.
Okay.
3.
As you receive a letter back in Alocran a few days later, in the same sort of sharp hand you saw on the door outside, is just what?
I'll write a letter back.
Okay.
I wanted to chat with you about becoming a Grandmaster for the Arcanum. You have an honorary Arch Magi's title, and I'm tired of bandying words with people that have no intention of actually talking to me. I thought you might be to the point and someone I could speak with.
Hive Tyrant while we were gone said, time for sleep, guys. Long day tomorrow. Have a great game or stream. Sleep well. Goodbye. We love you.
See ya.
Is this what you're sending?
I'll send a letter, because he sent a letter.
Yeah, okay. You send it back. It's addressed from the gate.
I send it to the gate.
So you send it back, hoping it's delivered, but with no better place to send it to than there.
And I would head off to Athlandir.
Okay.
Or Darrow, if I could. Probably Darrow, then.
Okay. So Darrow, the one recommended to you.
Alex things.
So the one recommended to you in Darrow, I'm at the wrong spot, was Estrella. You were told a mountain where they resided within, and you can teleport fairly close to the peak after a couple efforts, but you will notice if you try to get too close to the peak that the spell fails.
And where's Darrow?
Darrow is a continent far to the east.
Oh, that's where our other...
Yeah, that's where our Tuesday campaign is just picked up.
Okay. I stop in and say hi. What's going on, guys? Okay, see you later.
Who the fuck?
Can I help you?
No. Okay, as you find yourself rather high up near a cold peak, you can see across from you, at a taller peak that spreads out, is a fair bit of industry and some sort of town there. But up above this one, you see what looks like you're looking into a number of colored mirrors, like reflections or refractions, that seem to web over the sky, almost like broken pieces of glass. And there is a path in front of you, etched into stone along the bottom, are some old words that look like they have been long weathered. Those who seek an audience must prove themselves by walking the path.
All right. So I look at... what do I see for the path?
It's impossible to see much further. It starts to wind around the mountain, but very quickly your vision is blocked by this refraction that seems to hang around the air all about this mountain and block your sight above or around it.
Okay, so
Getting close to the edges of them, you can see along the borders of them, marching across the air, are runic symbols in a language you don't understand that seem to form together some great magical seal over this place.
Okay. All right. I attempt to go up the path.
You walk a ways, and the path forks. To the right, there is a section with another stone written across it. It says, "For old friends and the extraordinarily worthy." And to the left, there is another stone that says, "To those who must prove themselves the long way."
I go the long way.
Okay. I'm not going to make you do anything. Your level of magic will make this fairly trivial to get past. It is an interesting journey up the mountain, however, as there are a myriad of seals that seem to change in function, hanging in the sky, marked to the stones here, and they test the width and breadth of of your magic. As different obstacles demand you get across them, different spells mire your way and try to assault your mind, all of them woven into the fabric of the very air around this mountain. But with your command of magic and the breadth of spells you have, you will be able to make your way up, as Estrella is a master of warding magic.
Okay.
But eventually you find yourself at... You have to walk through an illusion at first, and it appears you're almost at the peak, and there is a simple cottage waiting for you. And this one kind of requires giving up your expectation to step out of, as you find yourself standing on a cold, snowy peak, no cottage in sight, a hole in the mountain, what seems like a natural and fairly wide cave, maybe something that you'd expect a dragon to be layering in, or something of the sort.
Okay.
And sitting out the front, on its haunches, its great wings wrapped around it, is a massive rock. Towering over you, this cave barely big enough to fit it through comfortably, seeming to loom beside the entrance. Make me a perception check.
9.
16.
16, you begin looking for Estrella, trying to find the master of this beast, and you, before your gaze brushes past it, just notice a bit of silver. Or actually, no, sorry, it wouldn't be silver. A bit of black, but reflective in the feathers. And as your eyes look closer, you can see 6 black circles sitting within the feathers of the rock.
Okay.
She's a fucking rock?
Hello.
Greetings. You made quick work of my trials. As the rock speaks back down to you,
Oh my god.
a
she's
human
rock.
voice ringing forth.
I assume you're Estrella?
I am.
Your warding work and your pathway was very interesting and intricate.
Thank you. It took many years to craft, but finally I have its secrets.
Wonderful. My name's Berrian. I thought I would talk to you about a matter from Andratica.
Speak.
I'm part of the Arcanum, and she obviously can see my circles.
The big head nods towards you, and you see the eye kind of cock. The beak cocks out of the way so the eye can spy the circles.
A rock.
How many is she?
What's that?
How many circles is
6.
she?
6.
6, okay. I'm looking to become a Grand Magus, and I've completed my 2 tasks. I just have to get the approval of 2 Arch Magi.
I am fond of worthy wizards.
All right.
I have a question, though, first. Perhaps the last trial.
Okay.
Why do you think we have the requirements we do for one to become a Grand Magus? I take it you've done your services?
Yes.
What do you think of our requirements?
I'm gonna look around. Is there some stones or anything?
Plenty. Most of them snow-covered, but easily dusted off.
I'm just going to cast fabricate and make a chair.
Okay.
Sit down.
You sit down across from her, and you see her kind of bring her neck in, and the beak settles against the plumage around the breast as she kind of makes herself comfortable.
Is she just a bird rock?
A rock is a gargantuan bird, as big as an ancient dragon. And they are a massive bird and very rare creature.
They just let these things become magi?
Rocks cannot usually talk nor cast magic, and are not usually incredibly intelligent. So this is quite
weird
strange.
standards.
Interesting. Why do you think I have your standards?
Yes.
Because power is 1 meter of someone's ability. I think power is important, but it's also the main thing that could lead someone astray or cause them to do harm. I think someone's ability to enroll and persuade and gain people to their cause and you know, work in a court and is a powerful thing, right? Or else you spend the entire lifetime you against the world, and how much can you accomplish with that?
An interesting take. But what then of the muscle brain who takes his trials ham-fistedly and delivers 2 unwary mages, after a few attempts, to the hands of council?
Sure. Then he's done his trials. He still has to convince 2 people that he's worthy of it. So, obviously I'm here. I've traveled a long way. I'm capable enough to get here. I have to see if I'm capable enough to convince you. I haven't been successful with everyone I've spoke with.
Yes,
I
the
think,
Arch Magi can be reclusive and thorny.
Opinionated.
Certainly.
I think one of the strengths of having it as well is that, from what I've seen, is there's a lot of diversity in opinion and situation and you know, story, right? So it adds for a lot of different viewpoints when it comes to selection. There's never going to be one type of person that gets selected all the time.
I find you interesting, Wizard Berrian. You are close to the mark and on it in many respects, but the main goal of our requirements for the Arcanum are that the people who advance are the ones who contribute to it and its mission, and who hold it dear.
Okay.
Do you hold the Arcanum dear? Do you find its cause to govern magic and keep the world safe a worthy one?
He's gonna think. Yes.
She's going to give you a searching look. So I'm going to make an insight roll, and roll either a persuasion or a deception, whichever feels more true to you in this moment.
Be persuasion.
3.
2.
Okay. She long looks you over. Well, very well. I shall pass on my approval of your increase in status.
Thank you. Can I ask you another question?
Well, you've walked the path. I would answer happily more than this.
Does your decision change if I'm, quote unquote, whatever you people consider hero born?
No, certainly not.
Okay.
There is a place for all types of learning among the halls of the Arcanum. Whether those halls be windswept mountain peaks or libraries of learning. Some dislike the quick way forward, but without them, what would the Arcanum do in times of need? Should all our most powerful fall and we're left with a foe we cannot fight? Should we turn away our savior merely because they became one quickly? Because they did not take the long road to learn magic? Because their spells wobble a little at the edges?
Sure. Thank you for your opinion. I just, you know, like, you don't choose it.
The hero-born are favored by the world. Perhaps by something above the gods, even. Fated to attempt to rise like them, or to deny this fate. Regardless of where your learning comes from, if you promise to hold the Arcanum dear and to stay true to its mission, then I, Estrella, Master of the Forms, grant you my leave to join the ranks of Grandmaster.
I'm going to talk to Master of the Forms.
Yes.
Is this one of your forms?
This is many forms all about us. Shapes and words bent into useful positions and orientations create many wonders. It is an obtuse sort of magic.
I like show her the chair and stuff. I've been looking a bit into that type of magic. I was wondering maybe if you'd be interested in staying in contact.
You are free to send message of me anytime you like. I do not often have many to speak to.
All right.
But Master of the Forms is only one of my titles. I am also known as the Confounding, once as the Great Wall, and to many of my colleagues, the Feathered Scholar.
All right. Well, thank you for your time, and I appreciate the recommendation.
You're very welcome, Berrian. Good luck on your road.
All right. I'll walk out.
Okay. As a great wing kind of sweeps out, and you can see a short pathway that leads down, and you watch this kind of bending and rippling as triangles almost bend themselves out of the way, and a tunnel opens up through these confounding mirrors towards a stone at the bottom, the one that read "The Path for Close Friends and the Extraordinarily Worthy."
Oh, okay.
As you take but a 10-minute walk down of what has been the last few hours of your life climbing up to leave the mountain.
All right. I'm going to stop in the snow.
Collect a bunch of it.
No. And head home.
Okay. You stop there for a moment, make your way home.
Oh, but a pebble, by the way.
You pick up a pebble, and as you pull, you feel a force, almost like a magnet, and you see a rune glowing on it as it spins out of your hand and back down to the ground.
Okay. I walk far enough away to get a pebble.
You have to walk surprisingly far down the mountain. Like, you've got an hour walk ahead of you before you pick up a pebble and it doesn't leap from your hand, as the forms on her mountain extend much further than is obvious.
Okay.
But eventually you do secure your prize, and you've never been so excited to pick up a pebble. You're like, aha! Drop it in your bag.
To
What?
Darrow. Mountain Peak.
Why is the bird wizard my favorite?
You like her?
Every other wizard is stupid.
I
She's
think
like
she's
cool.
evil.
I don't know. You haven't met the.
She's gonna turn on us.
You haven't met the Mad King, or what's his name?
That's
yet?
fine. If she wants me to feed her bird babies, like, you know, some things need sacrifice.
All right.
As a few days later, you will have a knock on your door from a surprised-looking Laura Baker, who...
Hello.
Hello, I
just have just got. I'm like exhausted, and like smell a little bit of like acid that is like very caustic. Yes.
Are you alright?
Yes.
Well, I've received word that you've been approved to become an Arch Magus. Sorry, Grandmagus. Getting ahead of ourselves.
Arch Magi, thank you. Appreciate the title.
Although it could be in your future, but yes, apparently they have honored Grandmaster Raul's recommendation.
He's just gonna go. That was a long shot, wasn't it?
I should think, yes. I hear it was an item of a fair bit of debate. There is one, well, not so much a stipulation, but a request.
Mm-hmm.
The Cancelate has been looking for a certain item that they believe you might know where is.
Okay.
You remember the first wizard that you freed?
Yes.
Brought before council. Apparently he had an item, a statue of some sort, that the council would like to retrieve. The people they sent to his tower did not find it. If it's in your possession or if you know where it is, I would very much like
the mind-eating guy?
I'm gonna talk to her and be like, here, come in.
Oh, yes, very well.
Bring her up.
Steps in.
I'm gonna like take her up to my study.
Okay.
Do you know what item they're speaking of?
Vaguely.
Okay.
I know it's dangerous, of considerable power, and...
It's that thing.
Do
I
you?
don't remember.
And I'm gonna like open up the box, and I'm gonna put the devil statue onto the table. Now, I've looked into this and I've done some research on it. This is heavy packed magic type stuff.
So it would seem.
Do you think this is good to go in their hands, or do we
Well, better than sitting in your tower or your box.
Here was my thoughts, and this is just me being proactive and a person with a brain.
Thank you.
Is this better to hand off, or is this something that we destroy and just say that was never found?
Well, I think if it's worth destroying, they will. But one needs to be careful destroying things like this. Who knows what might be bound to it, or what contingencies one might kick up.
All right, who do I give it to, or?
Me for now, and I will deliver it to the council.
I'm gonna just, like, as I'm handing it to her, like, be careful with that.
Yes, most certainly. On lighter news, do you wish any sort of fanfare and pomp for the changing of the color of your rings?
No.
Well then, I expected that might be your decision, as she's going to reach into her pocket, and she is going to pull out a set of 5 gold rings in a pin.
Oh my god.
I can't wait to wear these in front of Bran. Fuck you, Bran.
Is Brand silver?
I don't remember what
She was last time I saw her, yeah. If I could have your silver rings. Thank you. She takes them back, as you now have the gold rings befitting a Grand Magus. Right, well, don't rush for it, but of course, if you're looking to one day advance as an Arch Magus, I will remind you of what's required.
Okay.
You must be a 5th circle caster. She flicks some of your rings. And you need to have served on 10 council.
Okay.
And donated at least 1,000 gold of research or equivalent magic items to the Arcanum's libraries.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over. Here's 1,000.
Excellent. You should take the, bound tomes that you've got. As you take a decent chunk out of your library, but it's fairly passable compared to the rest of your scattered library.
I don't have to kill any of them, do I?
No, certainly not. No, I suppose you've never served on a council. I forget sometimes.
No, but I mean like the archmages. Like, I don't have to kill any of them to become one?
Oh, no, there's not a limit on the number of archmages.
Oh, okay, good, because that would be terrifying.
No. Although you do have to worry, if we get up to 12 Grand Magus, then any who wish to become one might come and challenge you for your spot.
Good point.
As for councils, they're usually formed of 6 members in good standing, of equal or of comparable rank or equal circumstance to whoever is being brought before them, and you convene to hear the sides, whatever they may be, of any arguments brought before them.
All right.
And do any investigation required to validate their stories and come to an opinion as a jury.
All right. Thank you.
I'll keep you informed if any come up. I am quite frequently called as one of the more active members in our community, and it would be nice if you were also looking towards your advancement.
I'm interested in helping out.
Excellent. Well, let me be the first to congratulate you, Grand Magus Berrian.
Shake her hand.
A vigorous shake of your hand back. It's good to have more of us.
How many do we have now?
Oh, I haven't done a head count in a little while. Here on the continent, you might be the 7th. I'd have to do a head count.
Oh, so we have a bit then, okay.
Yes.
Out of character.
Yeah.
What do Grand Maguses get? Because there's things I can do now.
Yes.
Like use people's fucking circles.
The benefits of being a Grand Magus is you may use the circle of any Magus who is registered with the guild. You obviously still have access to any guild libraries.
Just go right to her circle.
You have a 20% discount for any spellcasting services from the Arcanum. And then there is also a tavern called the Fevered Dream. Can only be reached by teleportation circle, and it is only available to Grand Magus or above. You may bring guests, but they may not see the circle you use to get to it, and you will be provided with the circle for it.
Okay. All right, Fever Dream. And then I have the circles for the Maguses as
Yes. There is also the possibility of becoming the serving Grand Magus, who sits on the higher council, and so there's one from each continent.
well.
And there you may appoint up to 10 secretaries 10 overseers for the forming and governing of councils, and 5 librarians for the organization of the guilds. And these will be paid by the convention, which is that higher council of Grand Magus.
Would you look at that?
And then you are also going to receive 6 levels worth of spells, usually as a single 6-level spell.
Okay, so I get to pick one.
Within reason, but yes. You get to pick a 6-level spell that will be delivered to you in scroll form.
Okay.
So I think everyone should just be wizards in your world from now on, because clearly this is the coolest.
Oh, you haven't seen the druids one? Is baller.
So only druids and wizards.
No, the Thieves Guild also has stuff just like this.
You don't have
and the
to be
Adventuring
a rogue.
Guild also has stuff like this.
Yeah, but like you could be a wizard and get both.
Well,
Yeah, but like as you've seen, there's a fair bit of work that goes into this with all of them. But no, I don't just favor wizards. I have stuff for anybody who's doing stuff like this.
Of course not.
Oh, yeah. No, the druids actually get more sort of people that they can use to aid them and stuff like that.
and there's one archdruid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
As speaking of Alex,
Who?
Wow, it's his turn?
it is indeed. As
Being assaulted at the table.
Ah, fuck.
You said it again every time.
You have trouble with your dad.
you would be approached by a figure who is familiar to you. Let me grab her name here. You would get word that a certain Leanne Harthrow is looking for you. You would remember the name faintly as
I
one of
pickpocketed
the...
her, didn't I?
No, she is one of the leaders among the champions. Not
Oh, that
the
bitch.
leader, but one of the
She was,
organizers.
actually, she was okay.
Yes,
She was kinda cool.
She helped you guys out on a raid against the Proudfoots way back in the day.
you die for that now. You attacked the Proudfoots, prepare to die.
Yeah, you would receive word that she has been looking for you and trying to get in contact with you.
Any more information than that, or is that just what she said?
That's what you've got. She's been putting word out on the street that she wants to meet with you privately at a place of your choosing.
What does Tethel think?
Tethel, I'd do it. Probably not bring her anywhere you don't want the champions to know about, but I'd meet with her somewhere quiet.
Just meet at the arena.
That's kind of their territory, but if you want to make a statement,
I'm not afraid of them.
do it at the arena.
Alright. Should I bring people?
Depends. I mean, if you want to make a statement like you're going to go toe-to-toe with them, yes. If you want to make a statement that you're not scared of them, then no.
Alright.
As a little while later, you find yourself outside of the arena.
There's I will have set up just strategically have a handful of people close enough to respond quickly, but no one there with me.
Okay, yeah. You've got
People just happen to be nearby.
Yeah, you've got people around the kind of alleys that surround the Colosseum. As you step out, you can see the towering kind of Roman-style building in the distance rapidly get closer as you walk along the paved streets of Alacrin.
It's kind of cold out, so he's wearing this because I'm going to be playing with it the whole time.
You've got a blue cloak pulled over your shoulders
purple.
to keep the cool wind of what is a rather rainy day. As you've got it pulled tight around you to keep the weather off of you. And you go into the shadow of the Colosseum, where toughing out the weather is a number of street toughs who are leaned up against it. And you can see a couple of them kind of wrestling in the wet and in the muck of the dirt that's being
Gross.
brought up by the rain. As if you look over and elbow, it's him. Is Leanne around? She's gotta be. Go look. As one of them gets up out of the muck and
lean
goes
against
running.
the wall and wait.
As you go lean up, and a little while later, you can see flanked by about 3 people, and walking over is Leanne, still with her same wrist wraps coming up to the fist. You can see the sort of easy gait that she has.
Can't
as
be
she's
poisoned. Got it.
Very monk-like, yeah.
Just monk.
As she walks over, and the 3 behind her kind of pull up to a stop as she gets. So you did come.
Mm-hmm.
This where you planned on talking, or are we walking?
Up to you.
She
Raining.
eyes you over. Well, let's go inside then, as she motions to the Colosseum.
Alright.
And she's going to lead you into the entrance and down some side hallways you haven't been before. They're very much reserved for employees and the sort. As you realize you're very far away from your people on
Anything
the street.
valuable?
No. These are service hallways.
All right. Just,
Yeah.
No, just curious if there's any, like, trophies on the wall or, you know, medals or...
She takes you to a small side room that has been converted into a sort of office. Not a lot for paperwork going on in here, and what is looks fairly roughly done. And throws herself into a chair. And you pass through a couple of rooms that have a few more members of the champions hanging around. You're very much in their territory and far away from your allies. But it doesn't do much to concern you, given your...
Fucking... They're not resistant to psychic damage.
You sit confidently down in the
if
chair.
there's a desk to put my feet up on, I would.
Okay, yeah, there is. You kick your feet up onto the desk and a brow furrows, and then she sits down and does the same with her own
Yeah.
muddied boots. I've been looking to have a chat with you.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing aggressive.
I'd hope.
Here you've been making moves around, trying to expand.
Allegedly.
Well, allegedly, that's gotten a few people nervous.
Like who?
Like me, like a few of my associates and bosses.
What are you worried about?
Well, the market's pretty close to the Colosseum and pretty close to our territory. We stay out of it because the Thieves Guild's got their name on it. But you're knocking on the door.
I think I'm a pretty good neighbor.
Care to promise that?
How do you mean?
Well, we just want to make sure if things are expanding that there doesn't need to be any unnecessary tension between the two groups. When new gangs start rubbing shoulders and the pecking order's getting decided, a few blows can lead to a few wars.
Well, I can promise not to make the first move.
A truce, then? We stay off your territory, you stay off ours?
Seems fair to me.
And what if we want to expand as well?
Where?
Well, we're pretty close to the Warren, and it's a big place. The eastern side of it. Plenty of room for a couple of champions. We don't have any immediate plans, but we don't want to get hemmed in.
I don't know. I know a cleric who likes that place decently well.
School is far from the eastern edge.
She's possessive. You can work out that out with her. She deals with most of that stuff.
Well, then I guess I have someone else I need to meet.
So,
I mean,
Alex.
Is that... I mean, I thought you said that wasn't immediate.
Well, I mean, we need some plan in case it happens in the future, and if you change your tune, get overly possessive in the future, and suddenly the little old Colosseum looks pretty lonely with a border of proud faces around it.
So what we come for you, you take the Warren? Is that what you're saying?
If you're expanding, you leave the eastern side of the Warren open in case we decide to do the same. I don't care who you fight for the rest of it.
Alright, well, what would you do with it?
What we do anywhere else. Business. Same you do.
Okay, out of character, like, is this anywhere, like, I've been? Like, do I care about this place at all?
The Warren, you guys don't have control of the Warren. The Warren is kind of under control of the dock rats.
Yeah.
Mostly kids. But they have enough backing somewhere to hold the Warren, which is not really anybody's prime territory. There's useful things in having poor people. Collecting rents and protection money is not one of them. But yeah, the Proudfoots were originally, before you took over, competing for the western edge of the Warren, on the opposite side of the Outer Run.
Okay. That seems fair to me.
Alright.
You have to fight some kids for it, probably.
Just shrugs at you at that, reaches out her wrapped hand to you.
Grab it, shake.
Shakes. Well, if that's sorted, I guess it's time to pay a visit to the Warren.
Oh.
Well, I still need to talk to that cleric friend, don't I?
Sure.
Well, I'll walk you to the door. She stands up and wipes some mud off the desk as her feet comes down.
What kind of you? I do not.
Just kind of elbow some of the mud off. She leads you back out the service passages and out into the streets. And eventually, Lorelei will hear a teacher coming over. Hi, there's someone here to see you, a Leanne Hearthrow. She said,
Hi.
Drae said she should come talk to you.
Cool. Alright, if they didn't want to have to deal with. Alright, that's fine. Just like under her breath. Oh yeah, she'll go to the door.
Okay, you make your way out of the door. I don't think Lorelei was around when the brothers were dealing with Leanne.
No,
so
but I assume she
would
knows of
know
her.
of her,
yeah,
Like,
you heard of her, but yeah, unfamiliar face, but you've heard the name. She not a lot of memory comes up. She's not like the top of the champions, but high enough to be an agent of them.
no, like, crazy records to
Yeah.
her name, right?
Yeah, no,
This kind of
nothing,
exists.
nothing insane to her sort of legend around the city. But she's known as a small-time leader among the champions. You want to talk out here in the rain, or can I come in?
Sure.
She'll follow you in anywhere quiet.
Yeah, I'll take her to my office.
Okay. She sits down, kicks her feet up onto the table.
Telekinesis. Nope.
Right.
Just like looks at her, right? Like, so what's this about? Detect thoughts.
Okay. Detect thoughts come up. It's pretty similar to what she's going to say to you.
Yeah.
Well, Drae said you're pretty possessive about the Warren, and we recently shook on a treaty that if he's expanding, he stays away from our territory and we stay away from his. And if we're expanding in the future, he makes sure not to have his claws into the western side of...
Eastern side.
Okay,
Eastern side, thank you. The eastern side of the Warren.
Alright.
So that if we expand in the future, not that we have any plans to immediately, we have somewhere to grow.
Fair enough.
I take that as a
Well, what are your
Agreement?
intentions for the Warren should you take it?
business.
What does she mean by that?
The classic, like, extortion,
Yeah.
like protection money, although on a much smaller scale. Mostly like rumor gathering to try to cut into the what's the guild called? The Guild of Homeless, who gather information that's now kind of rolled into the Thieves Guild.
Yeah. Oh, the beggars.
Yeah, the Beggars Guild. Thank you.
And sex trafficking, that type of thing.
Totally. Well,
Getting like recruiting people for rigging fights and stuff in the Coliseum. Their usual business, but with the less wealthy.
A lot of whorehouse business.
well, an initiative that's been important to me here and in Bar Street as well is to cut down on unnecessary violence. So as long as there's no increase of that, I have no problems.
I mean, expansion is always a little messy, but once things settle, no more than anywhere else. Maybe even a bit less. We like to keep our fighting to the Coliseum, or similar sorts of establishments.
Is that true?
Yeah, they tend to set up, like, underground fighting rings in areas, and stuff like that, which would be something they would
Yeah.
probably set up in the Warren.
And she's being honest?
Yeah.
Right. That seems fair enough, and I mean, I'm sure you can imagine repercussions.
I thought we were trying to be cordial.
We are. No harm, no foul.
Sure. Well, if I have your agreement then. Same handshake as Drae got earlier
Yeah.
from the wrapped and scarred knuckles of Leanne. As she gets up, wipes some mud off the table, and makes her way out.
I like her. She wipes mud off the table. She may do it, but she cleans up after herself.
As this brings me to the end of our downtime content.
Well, Lorelai has to take Ari house shopping. It's been on
And
her
I have
bucket
one more
list.
thing.
Okay, because yeah, I'm at the end of what I have planned for our 2.5 years of downtime. So, house shopping.
Mm-hmm.
Is this something you want to roleplay?
Yeah.
Okay. As you go to collect Ari and... Oh, right, that was today.
Yeah. Well, it was raining yesterday, so.
Yes, well, it's still gloomy out as she throws on a nice black cloak with fur lining on the inside and hood over her head. Right, start in the inner run or the outer run?
Outer, you still have to convince me on the inner.
Do I? Darling.
I mean, getting arrested and held for ransom by the nobles didn't help.
All the more reason to live where they do. Harder to arrest you if you're a known resident of that side of the city.
Alright, fair enough.
Inner
Great,
round it
then
is.
we'll start at the inner run.
No,
What more convincing do you need?
I want to look at the outer one.
Very well. Let's go look at the outer run. As you guys go walking through the still overcast sky, a few drizzles on your way, but just kind of patches of it, and you're both wearing good boots for the weather. As you find yourself walking around the clones, you're getting near it. I take it we're going to the smaller clones.
Of course.
Of course.
You don't need that much space.
If we're going to do a small home, might as well take it all the way. I know a lovely cottage in the woods.
I don't want to keep it clean.
That's what staff of. Anyways, let's go look.
Don't want...
As you guys take the turn towards the smaller section of the clones, the matching blue tiled ceilings spreading out of the similar sort of buildings in neat rows along the northern edge of Alakran.
They're so cute. Like,
Spruce Grove.
Yeah.
as yeah, I'm just gonna take her hand.
She takes your hand and you can see she's kind of giving disinterested glances. Alright, any, mini, miny, mo?
We have to look inside. They're
They're all
different.
the same. They're called the clones, darling.
Well,
Look, this one has a red stove inside.
that's interesting. What color of a stove do you want?
I don't care. It's hardly big enough for a pot. My tower is legitimately larger.
We don't need more than this.
Alright, what about this one? She glances in the window. I like their furniture. Let's get it.
Is it for sale?
I don't know. No, there's definitely a
It
child
looks
in
lived
there.
in.
Alright,
Just
Just look looking.
you're glancing around. Okay, this one looks abandoned, destitute even. Your style. Sorry, that was harsh.
Looks in anyway.
You glance in, and yeah, it looks like it's been without an occupant for quite a while, and
It's big reds.
still
It's such a
crossbow
big door.
staring on the side. The door does look rather battered, but it's a fixer-upper. Perfect. It'll give you something to do.
I don't want to. I don't want to deal.
The
with it
armchair
all the
looks
time.
rather comfortable, a bit large, but we could cuddle.
Mm. I like it.
All right, well, let's get it.
Not gonna look in the inner run at all.
I like it. I want it.
All right. Well,
What do we?
do
Sarah.
you want to supply the deposit, or should I?
Okay, well, maybe I'll take the outer run.
All right.
And yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, we have plenty of time. Let's go look at the inner run.
All right. Is there someone we should talk to make
Yes,
sure no one else
definitely.
snaps
I
up this
have a-
place before?
Oh, this place. Oh, sure. Yes. Let's go put the deposit down.
Yeah.
Yes. And she'll start walking with you. I've made an acquaintance of somebody to go view houses in the inner run.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yes.
Making connections again?
No.
Oh.
It's their job.
All right. All right.
Anyways, right. Deposit office should be the same office, as she will lead you to an office, and you guys do a little bit of paperwork to put some money down on this. It will take 3,000 gold to put the deposit down.
All right.
Yeah, just use that 2,000 I paid you.
Yeah.
House money. Let's go.
Hey.
As you put some money down on this home, and they hand over the paperwork along with the key.
Oh, sorry, can I mention something quick? That's $2,000 a teleport.
Actually, Arcanists have different prices.
Oh, what are those prices?
I'm still on the second. A 5th level spell from an
7th level.
arcane spellcaster. 6 is as high as it goes, and
So
6
6
is 4,500 gold.
So 6 is teleport? Or what is teleport?
Teleport's a 7th level, right?
Yeah, but what would it be in
6 is as high as the prices
Okay,
go.
so 6 is 4,500?
Mm-hmm.
Right, 4,500
Well, I believe you being alive should more than make up for me.
Who are you talking to?
Sorry, Berrian was giving me a hard time because I charged him
Can
money.
you stop with the sending and sign the paperwork? Yes, we'll take it. Yes, as is. We'll fix it.
So that'll be about 15 grand.
All right.
How much is your life worth?
Can we have Carly again? Is she in? Yes, I will. I'll fetch her. As the man stands up after handing over the keys and the paperwork, and will come back with a rather smiley-looking human woman who's got kind of short-cut hair, in like a pixie cut, like around her head.
Is she cute?
Oh yeah, she's cute enough.
You have a
Realtor.
girlfriend.
No, I'm asking because I have a girlfriend and she's been talking to her.
Hi, hello, welcome. Lovely to see you again. And you must be Lorelei.
Hi, yeah.
Hi. All right, let's go take a look
Detect
around.
thoughts.
Okay, yeah.
Is she gay?
No.
Alright.
Like
No
it's sort of
reason.
meaning that, but you don't detect any interest in you or in Ari.
Good.
But she is thinking about a couple of houses that she's lined up to take you guys to see.
Alright, and then also, is she trying to fleece us?
No, like
Secondly.
she's definitely a salesperson and is going to try to get as much as she can. But she's trying to do her job and show you guys the homes. She's pegged Ari as minor nobility, so that's kind of what she's picked out for. And she's kind of on with Ari, although Ari's not really speaking with her family much. As she's going to take you out to a few homes, Ari is starkly different. Here, before it was like, this one then, look, I like the furniture. Now she's like, no, we need to go look inside. What's the second floor look like?
Why do we need 2 floors?
They all have 2 floors, darling. Although a third is not a terrible idea. As she's going to go up.
the wine cellar.
Oh, look at the French doors to the backyard veranda.
She's looking. Oh, the bedroom is simply too small. No, the next one, the next
Who
one.
are we sleeping with?
Darling, there's hardly enough closet space for you. There's
I have,
more than enough closet space for you.
I have 3 outfits.
Anyways, the next house, please, Carly. As she pulls
me
you
2
along
of them.
to a slightly larger house, and Ari's like, I don't
It's
like
too
the
big,
color of
you're
the
right.
door.
Oh.
As she's like, oh, I mean, painting can be supplied fairly easily. I mean, come in and look. There's a pool in the back. I do like a pool, although mostly to look at. As Ari is like kind of drug into the house by Carly, and looking around, and you can see her kind of like, the cabinets. And show me upstairs. Show me upstairs. She goes,
I like this rich girl energy.
well, the closets are larger. What's the next house?
I can tell
As
you
Carly
how hard it is to marry rich.
leads you out, and as you're walking, Ari like pulls you back from it. I love that house. That's the one we're going for, unless she shows us something stupendous.
Alright, but we pretend we don't like it?
Of course.
Okay.
I did a little bit of looking beforehand and had a feeling that I was going to want it. She leads you to the next
Only if
house.
I get to see you in that pool.
It can be arranged. Now shut up. She's going to hear us. As Carly leads you to the next, and she's just kind of getting bigger as she goes, and this one has like a lovely staircase, and Ari just kind of gushes over the whole house and the banister.
I mean, it's wood.
Rosewood, you have to see the upstairs. I heard that they have a rather nice workshop that I think could be turned into an alchemy laboratory. Oh, yeah, it's fairly convertible in stone, so pretty easy to work into whatever you want. She's
The
showing
house
you
is
around.
going to smell like chemicals all the time?
No, I assure you, most of it smells quite fine, and the rest you'll learn to live with. As she shows you around the house, and Ari proceeds to just gush over the whole thing, and they start talking price, and she's, yes, well, 60,000 gold. And Ari's face kind of falls, and oh. What was the one before it? 35. I suppose for an extra 5,000 I could have a laboratory or something built on the outside. Are we willing to
On the
settle?
outside, maybe a whole external unit, yeah.
Yes, and it would help with the smell. I guess we could give up on that one. I did love the racks, but are we willing to settle?
Without the rosewood?
30,000. As I'm gonna roll a persuasion check for Ari.
Does she get advantage?
Yeah, we can do it. As, I mean, since we don't have to do the door painting, we could do 34. I mean, I suppose the pool does add some value, but 34.
Detect thoughts, how low can she go?
32 is her bottom dollar.
Yeah.
As Ari's next thing is 32,000. As the one's, I mean,
I think that's as high as we can go.
make me a deception check.
I mean, I don't know if it's entirely deceptive for Lorelai in the current situation. Say 14.
A 14? Okay, can you do 33?
I look at Ari.
Ari looks over at you and... Carly, I want you to make some money. So, how about an extra 500 gold on top for the fine service? All right, fine. The deposit will be 10,000. I trust I can take some time to gather the deposit. Yes, of course, yes. As you guys leave, and as soon as Carly is left with some paperwork to do, there's a Cheshire grin across Ari's face.
Do you like it?
Yes, quite. I do actually want the laboratory built, but it's quite a lovely property.
2 houses.
I just hug her.
She hugs you back, and you guys walk just kind of arm in arm down the road. Is there anything else in particular you want to bring up with Ari?
No.
This is also the most social you've ever seen Ari. She's not usually a people's person, and
Yeah.
she very much had the the same energy she had when you used to hang out with her around the rich kids. The sort of noble turned on there. All right, and then Berrian, you said there was something you wanted to clean up.
Yeah. A wizened old man, not Hathon, a different man,
Okay.
shows up at Girhammer.
All right.
Hello,
Welcome.
I'm here for a teaching session. The Blackhammers. I show them the thing.
Takes the little rolled piece of paper and unrolls it. Very well.
All right, thank you.
You'll be taken under guard.
Sure. Is that a requirement? Or?
You are permitted to teach at his tower, but you may not leave without guard, provided by the Blackhammers of the city.
What? Am I allowed to stop for lunch?
No. You may ask the Blackhammers if they will provide you with some.
All right, thank you. They'll go and...
As he collects a couple of dwarven guards, and 3 of them accompany you to the Blackhammer Tower, and see you safely within it and into their care, and nod at them.
I just love the idea of these dwarven guards standing, staring at tourists who are starving to death. Just
No, it's odd that he's being allowed in. He doesn't have a permit to be allowed in the city. He's not, beyond going to this tower and teaching, he's not allowed in the city as far as they know.
The guards come in and there's oh, thank you, I could use a shoulder, appreciate this. He holds onto the guard's pauldron.
He'll allow you. Your hand's pretty low to do this because he's a dwarf. But he doesn't make comment as they lead you over to the tower.
Right, and I go upstairs and teach the little runt.
Yeah, okay. You meet his son. He is a dwarf by the name of Wilroar Blackhammer.
Will he roar though?
Not on command.
Okay.
But if you stub his
So
toe
he's a
hard
liar.
enough.
Alright. I teach him whatever he will learn.
He's always
or whatever.
lying.
Yeah, you get him started.
But he
he's
won't roar.
No.
he's worse than some of your working novices and better than some of them, but he's not even at the level of one of your apprentices yet. But you start teaching him. You realize he's gonna have to be pretty good about homework because it's gonna take a lot to teach him with 2 visits a month.
Okay.
But yeah, you get started on tutoring him.
I'm gonna like leave him some homework and just be like, all right, I'm only come here twice a month, so if you're gonna get good, you're gonna have to do the things I leave for you. All right.
Of course.
You're not Hathon?
I'm just being honest with you. If you don't, you won't learn magic. Is that okay?
Well, I want to learn magic.
All right, good, me too. But if you don't do your homework, I'm not going to hit you
I'm
with
not a
a
baby.
stick. All right, good. We're on the same page. All right, and I go through the lesson with him, and
Yeah, as you spend the day teaching him.
see you at the end of the month, or whenever the 15 days would be.
Nods at you and, right, see you then.
Shake his hand.
Shakes your hand. He's definitely, like, having spent the day with him, there's an arrogance to him. It's not overbearing, but, like, you feel it in the handshake and in the way he goes over the lessons. And it's going to be one of the things he's going to have to overcome, because he does not have the sort of talent for magic that lends well to an ego.
Mm-hmm. I walk back out of the city. All right, thank you.
Yeah, as the Blackhammer guards leave you off at the gate.
Go around a corner, come back as Berrian. Hello.
You have to go fairly far. You have to go all the way down. Like, they have a clear view all the way down this tunnel until it eventually bends, like, a half mile away from the city.
Sure.
So,
Come back.
you take a long march and come back as Berrian.
Hello.
Hello.
Will I come in for the day?
Papers. Very well.
Walk in.
to Sanctuary. As the guards open the gate for you.
Good to see you. Walk in.
Yep.
Pop into a bathroom or a side alley somewhere, and
Okay.
an oldish graying tabby cat is gonna pop out.
You do that, it brings more attention to it.
Well,
So we have a points war going on. Sorry, we're breaking thing. We have points war going on, and he doesn't like it when I collect more because I'm winning. But when he closes my window, it brings more attention to the fact that I can click it and
Right.
get points.
if it leaves it for long enough, then it'll go away. But it's this bright green spot. And she's like 2,500 points ahead of me.
So,
I take it you're visiting some bars.
a new city. Ripe for storytelling. And I'm gonna go into one of the bars where I hear some, like, music or that
Okay.
type of thing.
Drake's
Yeah,
ear
you
twitches.
head to one of the bars. You can see some dwarves performing there.
Hello.
Are you talking to the...
Just the bartender or the,
the
owner or
innkeep-
something?
Okay, yeah, you head over, and it's a fairly stocky-looking gnome behind. Hello.
Could a man tell some stories?
Certainly not.
How would you go about performing?
Well, I can tell you're not from the city.
No.
Well, only the performing bards, only the performing class performs.
The performing class.
Yes.
Thon has found his one weakness. Girhammer.
How do you become a performing class?
Well, you're born into it.
So no one else can tell stories or perform in bars or...
No, of course not. As he kind of like heads to a quieter side of his bar, I understand I've read it's strange for outsiders, but performance is best left to those born to it. Same for mining and smithing and all of the trades.
So you never have anyone from outside of Girhammer ever come to sing a song?
Well, sometimes some of the bards will travel out to collect stories and songs.
All right. I'm going to go talk to one of the performing class people.
Okay, yeah. Go over.
I have a story for you.
You got a story for me?
Yes.
What sort of story are we talking about?
Well, it's known around Alocrin in the area. It's called the Butcher of Alocrin.
Butcher of Alocrin. Not familiar with it, but I've never been out these halls, so...
Right. And I will give him, like, me and him sitting at a table, I'll buy him a drink and give him...
Make me a persuasion check.
Fuck's
Yeah!
Girhammer.
Berrian!
Girhammer.
16.
15.
Okay. With a 15,
So it's
he
like one.
looks it over and
Damn
kind
it.
of goes over it a couple times. I'll play it a few times and see if it catches on.
All right. You know, it's your story. If you tribute it to Hathon Lathir.
Who's that?
That's me.
Oh. Gods no.
Sure. I give him a copy of the story.
Okay, yeah, you give it a copy. Well, nice to meet you, traveler.
All right.
Knows his name, doesn't say his name.
As yeah,
Fucking
he collects the story
Girhammer.
from you, and what are you doing with this? So, Girhammer and the dwarves of Girhammer live by a caste system.
Yeah, a lot like Dragon Age Origins dwarves.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the same.
Oh, okay, yeah. I haven't played much
Caste
of Dragon
system.
Age. Caste system.
Why
Yeah.
are dwarves horrible people?
Great.
They're
They just know.
They like each other and
I go
that's
home.
it.
They are a very reclusive people.
I will talk to a few more performers if I can find some and pass the story along to them too.
Yeah, it's about the same or worse. Like most of them don't take too kindly to it, but
Okay.
a few of them you manage to pass the story to,
Okay.
and goes about the same.
Sounds good.
You don't have high hopes of it catching on with any sort of
We'll see.
fervor in Girhammer, but it's out there now.
Okay. In spite, I aggressively come home and rip a quick story off in a locker and then leave.
A perception check from Drae.
10 plus whatever their bonus is.
What's your bonus?
My bonus is 5, so 15.
15? Okay.
What do I roll?
I mean, this is to see if his people catch wind of somebody performing.
Do I roll?
No.
Okay.
Like, unless you're trying to make it, like, hyper quick and disappear. Like, are you...
Well, I don't know what he's rolling against.
He's got people out listening,
Yeah, but
trying
what
to
is he
find this
rolling
person.
against?
Just a DC.
Okay. Sure.
At this point, there's people actually, like, looking for it in the city,
I
so...
have 3 people.
It's been a while now, though. Like it's been a couple months actually.
Yeah, you've been gone for the last few months.
So
Yeah,
been-
as word does come back to Drae that it picked up in a bar somewhere. Was it Hathon Lathir?
yep,
He
himself.
was seen in the city after being absent for the last 2 months or so.
Get me pictures of Spider-Man!
If you want, if it feels appropriate to Drae, the 2 months does coincide remarkably closely to while Berrian was gone.
No, it's been 3 months.
3 months?
Yes, because I stopped before we went on that expedition.
Yes, that's true, yeah. So, I don't know if that feels appropriate to you, but if you want to roll for that to see if he gains any slight suspicion or something, it wouldn't be enough to blow the whole thing, but...
Plus 3.
Yeah, okay. No, here, bring me this gun.
He has no pattern! And then, to wrap up the house stuff, Laura's gonna go to Ari, take out her coin purse and be like, so, how much money do you have?
Well, I wasn't going to buy the inner run one all at once,
Alright.
but I put down the deposit.
You don't have to buy a house, like, all at once.
No, of course not.
What if you leave or die?
Then they get your money and sell the house again.
Oh.
Perhaps some of it goes back to your next of kin if you've written a will, which I assure you I have not.
Should we write wills?
I suppose, if I want my things left to you, but I don't think you want most of what I have, except maybe my wine collection.
Alright, we should both write down just real quick. We give all the wine to the other person.
It's not an impressive wine collection. I drink most of it.
Well, yeah, but what if we get one?
Right. Well, I suppose we could write wills.
Is
Was
this,
there a
we're
reason
getting
for
such
your
a...
You guys have said wills 3 times now. You hear a knock at the door.
Hello?
Hi, Bacon Bolt Tracks at your service. #1 will attorney. I see that you've said will 3 times. Therefore, I've been notified.
Beetlejuice,
How-
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice!
How do you know of us?
Is there-
9th level spirit guardian.
He's ripped to shreds.
Don't worry, 18th level dispel magic.
Is there a particular reason for this line of conversation?
No, well, you just said will and I got sidetracked.
No, I meant about the home.
Oh, well, I don't really have enough for both of them.
Oh. Oh,
Because I built an entire school from nothing.
right.
That took most of it. Do you have...
I suppose I should,
I mean,
maybe rearrange my payment plan.
Alright, well, what do you have access to? Because I could pull some strings, but...
I'm certain I can secure enough credit to get us by and
Are you sure?
extend our payment plans long enough that I can pay
My
them off.
experience with money lending is that it usually leaves you worse off than...
Of course, you have to pay interest. I
Poor Yaikzal.
could approach my parents for a dowry.
You would do that for me?
No? Maybe.
Also, doesn't that mean you have to get married?
Yes.
To?
You.
Yes.
Oh. You would want to...
I mean, if it's not too far above you to become a noble.
Oh. I didn't think about that.
Oh, yes. I suppose
well,
we really shouldn't.
But
talk
no,
to my
but
parents.
it's
no.
you. It's like, of course.
It's a terrible idea. I will go talk to
I
them.
would love to.
I was afraid you'd say that. I'm not sure how my parents will react. They've never had a problem with my taste, but...
I mean, they were nice enough when I met them.
Well, they do have that face. Oh. Gods, I'm going to have to speak to my mother.
They
Mother-
suck. Tell me about it.
Mothers, yeah. Oh,
All
so
right.
awful to have them. Anyway, I'm gonna go.
Sure, abandon me to my fate. Very well. I will go and speak to my parents.
No, I was gonna go see if I could get money, different
Don't
way.
strain
but-
yourself.
But you committed.
She throws on her walking cloak again. She's going to go off to speak with her parents. Is there anything else you want to do?
Lorelai's going to go to the bakery.
Okay.
So Drae,
As you come into Dre's office door closed, you hear voices on the other side.
knock, 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 knock.
As Dre, you're in the midst of a conversation with your advisor.
All right. What's up?
Are you answering the door? There's a knock.
I don't
on the
like
door.
what are me and Jasmine talking about.
Jasmine's just kind of going over recent events. You haven't quite got to telling her about being approached by the
Thinking
the
about
champions
sugar.
yet. Yeah, you guys are still talking, and she's just kind of still digging in and getting a sense for what's been going
All
on
right,
lately.
shush. Who is it? Hi, it's me. I just realized I had to answer myself. You have a minute? Oh yeah, totally. Jasmine, leave.
This seems a rather fortuitous opportunity to speak with the elusive Lorelei, whom you promised me a conversation.
Yeah, sure. Okay, but leave first.
There's only one doorway. As Lorelei has the door opened by a rather pretty Sikoran woman.
Hi.
Hello.
Detect thoughts.
Okay.
Just
You
reflex.
cannot read her thoughts.
Hi.
Hello. Pleasure.
Steps
I am-
faster.
She steps out the doorway and the door closes.
Two-pronged attack. So Drae, you know how we worked together and I got you into this position of power and wealth where you have control over so much and the ability to keep an eye on so much of the goings on in the city? Yeah. Well, I mean, how much do you want? 35? What the fuck? And she'll get Whatever money she needs from Drae.
I mean, if she wants to split it with Ari, then she needs like around 15,000 for the inner run, and I think you guys are looking at around like 8 to 10,000 total for the outer run.
It's like 20k to split both of them.
Yeah, would be enough.
25. Sure. I mean, you could have just asked, because we work together and are kind of family. But yeah, cool. Strong arm me into it. That's fine. Right? Enjoy. No, you have to stay. All right. I mean, yeah, they can fend on their own for a bit. I'll just stay here, I guess. Jasmine!
Door opens and she steps through. A pleasure to meet you.
Lorelei, Jasmine, Lorelei.
She does a curtsy with her. She has hanging from her shoulders around her dress like a see-through silk. This like orange that covers over her otherwise brown dress that she lifts up to curtsy.
Nice to meet you.
I've looked forward to meeting the other leader of the Proudfoots.
Oh, leader's Drae.
Yes, but you carry weight.
Perhaps.
I have been allowed to help as an advisor
I
to
heard.
Drae. I had hoped to meet you and get your perspective on the organization and introduce myself more properly.
Alright, what's your intention?
I am here to steer him in a direction that will allow him the most control and, shall we say, grace in his role.
You mean point him in the direction that your employers want him pointed in?
I care very little about the final direction. I care more that he is not such a bull in China shop.
Who do you work for?
I work for certain interested parties in the city.
Well, that's not an answer.
It is not, you are correct.
I'd recognize my discomfort with that.
It is well recognized. I promise to be a boon to both his temper and perhaps his planning.
And you know the things that could happen to you. Should that prove to be false?
I don't like exchanging threats with people, so I will not.
It's also not an answer.
You are correct.
I don't think I like you.
Perhaps we can work past it in the near future. I would be happy to give you some advice as well.
I'm sure you would.
I know much about this city. And there are many hidden toes I can help you avoid.
I suppose I'll let you know then.
Well, it was a pleasure not answering your questions, Lorelei. Anything further you wish to discuss with me, or would you like to stay as we talk? You are welcome to any and all of our meetings.
Sure. Or is I just gonna sit in the corner, insight check away?
Okay, roll me an insight check.
And just the detect magic, waves of magic coming from the corner.
Yeah. It's like if I detect thoughts enough times, whatever's stopping it will break.
Does not.
Level 9 detect thoughts. Beat that.
It does.
Okay.
Yeah.
34.
34. She has what you can get, she's mostly listening, and has some praise over his handling of, if it ever comes up, the bit with the champions. But will be disappointed it didn't turn into more than just an agreement not to deal with each other. As it
Alright,
was
well, what should I have done then? like, tell them to piss off and...
No, you did quite well, but it is a good opportunity to open conversation into a more cordial relationship.
I mean, it's what I did.
You agreed to a pact of non-aggression, if we use the terms of war. But this does little to win friendship.
What do they have to offer me?
Well, to use ugly words, it is much easier to absorb friends that you can sink your fingers in than wary opponents. And if you wish to control much of the city, this is your competition. If perhaps you had traded a few members back and forth, a chance to plant some spies and watch carefully whoever they send.
Alright.
As Lorelei the read she's getting, she's a strange mix. She carries herself like a noble, and she's good at it. But with how perceptive you are, you can tell this is not her original bearing. This is a learned and a very well polished kind of bearing that she's taught herself to keep. And yeah, she doesn't give away much. Like, she just gives her advice and seems to think it over carefully before giving it. But there's nothing else going on that you can detect.
Alright.
As before we end, is there anything else, not to do now, that people need to tie up with downtime?
I'm good.
Because the next main event that would happen would be a gentleman who arrives outside of the tower. You want something more here?
We don't have to, like, role play it or anything, because I think we've traced a lot of those steps already, but, Drae has, like, just been, like, spending a good amount of time with Wednesday, taking her out to do stuff pretty frequently. I mean, I didn't.
I accidentally switched us to the slideshow. Yeah, so enjoying your free time and spending it with Wednesday. Yeah. Okay. So yes, noted. And she's appreciative of it, if a little distant at times. So the next main thing is a visitor who would come outside of Berrian's tower. A rather well-dressed looking gentleman. He wears armor, but not a lot of it. There's plenty of room for his finer clothes to shine through. Doesn't look like a noble, but perhaps somebody who works for one. And he would be waiting outside the tower a little after breakfast one morning, and has shouted up to the guards that he would like to meet the master of the tower and his companions, the famed saviors of the city.
I send a message to Lorelei. Hey, can you gather the rest of the people? There's someone here to meet us at the tower.
All those not at the tower are eventually gathered. Is there anybody not going? All right.
I would say hi to them. Hello.
Hello. Pleasure.
They should be here fairly quickly.
Very well. I'll save the introduction.
Lorelei takes her time.
Okay. Yeah, Lorelei meanders
Would you
away.
like to come in for some food or a drink?
I would love to come sit.
Awesome. Right, bring him in.
As he sits across
Wednesday?
your table, he's got a bit of grey working into his hair, and
Don't snap at
hey,
her.
you snap at me again. Oh, we got guests. I'll be polite, but that wasn't. She heads into the kitchen.
Sorry.
All right, I'm not being polite. Fuck you. Fuck your guest. I've got cleaning to do anyways. She heads
tell
into
him,
the
babe.
kitchen.
I get one of the kitchen people to do it.
Yeah, one of the cooks happily brings out some food to a clap or a snap or whatever have you. Eventually,
I don't
you're-
clap or snap at him. I ask him very nicely.
It's taken with a hump from the kitchen from Wednesday. As eventually you're all gathered around the table, sitting across from the slightly graying hair, longish down the back, of a fairly handsome and well-dressed gentleman. Right.
Detect thoughts.
Yeah. Detect Thoughts
I
comes
think
up.
you've said that 15 times this session.
He's a little bit nervous and thinking of his task at hand as he introduces himself. The name is Bertrand.
Belle?
I am
It's copyrighted.
quite pleased to meet
I didn't
all of
actually
you.
say that. By the way.
Quite pleased to meet all of you. I've heard your names, but I'd love to hear them from the source.
Why?
My name's Ivan Drae.
Pleasure. To answer
Berrian.
you. Pleasure.
Big Red.
That doesn't
They're
match.
small and blue. Who would buy that?
I've
That's why my name is
heard
that.
about, but big red it is, as long as you wish to be called it. To answer your question, I wish to hire your party.
It's expensive.
With detect thoughts, make me an insight check.
I get to know all the secrets. That is a 39.
He's here to hire the party, yes, but as an agent for someone else.
Who sent you?
Well,
Sorry, my name's Berrian. I lied to you earlier.
My name's
Oh.
also Berrian. We were named the same thing.
Twins.
right, to answer the pertinent matter, my mistress wishes to have a certain place
Does
cleared.
he think of his mistress?
You would get sort of like a flash of a green dress and long blonde hair.
Sheesh.
Not
That-
anybody you've seen before or
Okay.
familiar
Main
with.
character energy?
She's made her way to the city recently and is quite excited about your group, as she has a rather thorny area that she would like to break into a long abandoned tomb with considerable guards against it, and she's willing to pay quite well to have it entered and cleared for her.
How well is quite well.
Well, for heroes such as yourself, 20,000 gold apiece.
25.
Very well. 25.
Well, that was easy. 30.
Yeah.
30 it is.
45.
40.
41.
Five.
Shake his hand. For 40.
He shakes your hand.
And then Berrian and Yaikzal and Drae, because Drae wouldn't know either. Yeah, green dress, blonde hair, green dragon?
Dragon? Like,
Hmm?
did you say dragon?
No, I did.
No, I'm talking
In
to
the-
the DM.
Oh, me? No, I never said
Nope.
dragon. No.
But we pissed off a green dragon.
Oh my god, we did piss off a green dragon.
That's all I'm saying.
Alright. Well, where's this area that you'd have us clear?
Well, it's a rather old ruin, and not well known. It was for a time, but that was long ago, and it was not very enterable.
Mm-hmm.
It goes by a rather enigmatic name, the Ponds of Fate, as that's where we're going to end off for the evening.
Sorry,
Insight
one question.
check.
Where's the Ponds of Fate?
You would not be familiar with it.
Well, no, like, but where would she tell us, like, in the area? Like,
We'll
where
get into that next
Is he
session.
telling the truth?
Yes,
Okay.
truthful as far as you can tell.
Alright.
As thank you very much for joining us, folks. We went a little bit over there, but we were getting into some good stuff. As always, you can find us every Wednesday, 6 to 10 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, right here on Twitch or YouTube or Facebook, wherever you take your streaming. And we'll be playing this campaign. The boys every other Tuesday, although I believe you had to skip the last one.
I was working, man.
Yeah,
Feels
yeah.
bad. Got robbed and everything.
He actually did, yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. But yeah, so you can find the boys every other Tuesday playing a Pokemon Nuzlocke or whatever interests them at the time. I believe right now it's Pokemon,
Pokemon.
Nuzlocke.
Yeah.
And then
Sit
you can
and
find
watch.
us on Discord if you want to come chat. Mike Huey subscribed
For 6 months?
6
What
months.
the
Oh, Mike!
You're our
I made,
favorite.
I made a good
Hey.
friend, guys.
Mike,
Never
let's
say I
go.
don't do shit for the stream.
Good networking. Good networking.
Sim.
Thank you very much, Mike. Much love. If you join us over on Discord, we will give you the appropriate role for your contribution.
That's the thing you do.
And we hope to see
Makes
you at more of
people
these
feel
streams.
weird about it.
You are quite fun to talk to. But yeah, you can find
Yeah.
us on Discord, as I was just saying to Mike, if you want to come chat. All of our links. And then, yeah, we're on YouTube if you want to catch up on the episodes. I just posted a new one recently. I haven't posted TikToks because the format we've been using to pull them from Twitch hasn't been working for me, so I'm going to be getting not caught up because they're gone. They're dead to me. But I will be starting to do that again.
What?
Yeah, the things they save, they only save for so long, and if I pull them from Twitch, they end up all messed up, and so my markers are gone.
But mostly our YouTube
No,
it has
all those
everything,
funny moments.
has all of our episodes. So if you
But
go
Like
anyway-
pussy stank.
Shh, no.
There you go.
Thank you for
Just-
joining us,
I was
folks.
trying to say something.
Oh, yes, Daniel, go
I was saying
ahead.
if you go to our YouTube, it has all our episodes. Or nearly all of them.
Nearly. I realized one is missing. Episode like 13 or something is just not there. I don't know why.
It
Nothing
wasn't
I can
very
do
good
about it.
anyway.
But yeah, you're right. It is the older stuff. Anyways, one last thing. So we are going to run another quick 1-minute ad break. Costs you nothing. Easy way to support us. And then we're going to raid somebody. So
Raid.
stick around for both of those. And that is us signing off, folks.
Remember our Raid Shadow Legends bit?